going well.
That is going well.
Another
it's
ornament.
A 3-0 ornament lead for FlyQuest.
It's so frustrating too, Cloud Soul. When you're playing against Rise and you're already like, what do we do about that split pusher? Well,
now he runs fast.
He's super fast. The entire team is super fast. Even the Skarner that's cruising through walls at you and kidnapping your carries is...
And then he impales you and he hits the NOS and drives away.
True.
Takes you back to the base.
True. That's actually the funnest part.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, no.
But we'll see.
Well.
Now you're praying for Elder. Let's be real, as they're going to look for an engage here. Impact taking a lot of damage. He's going to get bubbled up. Nicely timed Tempered Fate. Immunes the pop there from the Spiraling Spare. Griffin trying to attack on the side. Masu getting involved here. But he just doesn't really.
I'm here. Check.
Is not scared of this Corki.
I'm on time, but why the game starts earlier? I am 1 hour earlier, am I? Good morning. Good morning, by the way. Yeah. Pagi.
After impact here.
Ini emang mulainya, anjir aku udah 1 jam lebih awal. Emang ini lebih awal lagi ya?
God going to be coming out. They are looking for the stun here, interrupting the Call of Forge God, redirecting. Gakko splashed over the wall, but he's got no way out from this spot. It's a pretty easy.
Sentinel sama Fly.
Back onto the Baron.
Yeah. No way for him to walk.
Makin cepet iya anjir.
That's the other really troublesome part about being super far behind.
The first side was such a stomp. It ended in what the freak?
When you move out onto the map, they have a lot
what are they? What are they eat?
Teleport on you and collapse after a play occurs.
Because it's second series, they just start whenever first ends.
On the trap there, the punishment.
I know,
and,
but I didn't expect it will be.
You really cannot stop Caitlyn this fed with Baron buff.
It will be 1 hour, less than 1 hour fast. No, more than 1 hour, faster.
Super strong too. They're both
wow, super strong.
Somehow magically kill Rahel. He might just be dying to the Rumble as well as the Rise, because everything would have to be sent onto him. So Sentinels looking like they are very close to being able to close this one out, and would be a big win in a game 1 here against FlyQuest, who I think a lot of people were favoring, though this obviously
Let's
is
see
one that
here.
could go either way.
Yeah.
Sentinel is leading, huh?
Definitely so. Yeah, Sentinels.
Sentinel jago banget anjir, 13 kill deh.
Here. Good immune.
Start a war again.
Nice Bellows Breath and he used the Tempered Fate. Cryogen not so lucky.
Bro, bukannya ini baru mulai, bro.
Knocked into the wall. It is fish for dinner. Cryogen's dead in a hurry as they're just trying to play for some sort of vision. You know your only chance, and it's kind of a snowball's chance in hell at this point.
Ini bukannya baru mulai.
Right? So you're trying to get some vision in that area, but Sentinels are clearing everything out, and they do not want a 50-50 to decide a game like this. They are just looking to barrel down the mid lane.
Itu Caitlyn-nya jago gila, bajir. Kill 8 Caitlyn.
I think they're going to be successful in that endeavor.
Sentinel Rahel.
Mid tower already down. Bot side, Darkwings has the minion wave here, ready to evaporate this tower as well.
menit sih, cuman kayak
and Impact
jauh banget KDA-nya.
Looking for a little bit of an angle here. Can they get?
Kalau yang kemarin-kemarin match itu kan masih balance gitu loh, masih apa tipis-tipis bedanya.
14
jauh bajir.
Somebody blunders at the Nexus right now.
Udah 4 dragon.
That headshot was 60% of his HP.
Gila.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Kelihatan gak ada perlawanan.
That was literally one auto. Okay.
One bullet is all it takes.
Yeah, I guess rapid fire headshot, legit all it takes.
Jago, keri banget nih. Yang namanya Rahel.
Coming in for Corki. Next game?
Next game, yeah. Next game, yeah. That sounds about right. He's got a dagger right now, so.
That's not too close to an IE.
Yeah, so now all we gotta do, guys, all we gotta do is just play connected, okay? The only way we're gonna lose is getting picked.
Wait, main.
Keep getting picks, play connected.
I've been loving our Huhi shot call listen-ins. He had a really good one in the FlyQuest series. That's another bullet into Masu's head. Wait a second.
Someone might want to block that.
Segitunya weh.
Nah.
He's not the person anymore, to be chef.
They're like, you know what?
He's been downgraded.
Nobody really wants to take that.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, Masu gonna pop the barrier as impacting a ton of damage. Cryogen might just burn down. He does. Darkwing's on the side, dueling against Griffin. He's winning that. And the Elder is being killed at the same time. Sentinels loses no one, as it's just a couple members looking for the fight. Now the Rumbler comes through. The three-man knockup. Masu is just shot out of the air. Rahel has been unstoppable start to finish as Sentinels dominate the first game here against FlyQuest. Humbug and Huhi want to chase squad. They want another kill to pad the stats, but it's Impact, it's Rahel, and it's eyes on closing out this first game. Quad is going to die as well. Darkwings can't get there to steal the kill, but the Nexus will fall. As it is 19-4 in just under 30 minutes. Sentinels going to be able to close it out and take game one.
Beautiful game from Sentinels. Controlled, methodical, big plays from Huhi.
Rahel.
Honestly, all of them quite good. It's I guess the hardest part about this game is going to be the discussion over who's the player of the game.
I think Hambach, he started the snowball. What do you think, Lounge?
Do you have a favorite champ in League yet?
I was going Huhi. I feel like the support.
It's between those two.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it up in the air because I now already know the result.
Serap?
Oh, we don't.
So
Yes.
Don't look at the monitor.
I won't look at the
Don't
monitor.
look at it.
So far, I play a lot with
I'm going to go
Seras
over the second Drake because I think
and
this
Luke.
was one of the fights that kind of broke the game open. We had that earlier invade.
Terus
onto
player Rahel, bajir.
Raptors,
Di sini Rahel sih jauh banget. Aku baru nonton sih, aku baru join kan.
But then here,
Telat
I think
berapa?
this,
27 menit.
as you can see, Griffin is already
You play Miss Fortune too? No. I think I don't sit as ADC, bro.
They've already procured the second Drake for Sentinels. And this Pantheon ult comes in very late and off the top right here, which allows for this Bard portal to just go out. And the rest of Sentinels are going to be able to escape very handily. Not only that,
I didn't intend to abandon my Vigor.
And now Sentinels,
when I
Hambach is up clearing, they're
when
going to look for this play on the bot side. This is the Bard ult coming down here.
When I face Seras with Vigor,
they just clean
I
up
lost so much, bro.
First, and then get right onto Masu. This is just, I really liked Sentinel's willingness to kind of go all in,
I like
especially
long
when
range.
Hambach
I
is
prefer long
on
range.
this Skarner and Huhi is on a playmaker, because
And you know,
can see
watching
in each of these cases,
this
like,
league,
the Pantheon ult
watching
is
this
coming out
match,
late, but
helping me
they're still able
to
escape anyway via the
learn
Bard
about
portal. They had a
other
really good setup
champions
on the
as
bot
well.
side to further dive onto Masu and Cryogen, and that Bard ult is then their go button.
Huhi was everywhere too.
He was. And so there it is. Huhi ends up winning player of the game. Hambach
I tried Wei as well. Wei.
I was wondering if it was going to
Wei
be a
is
captains
to
versus analyst lounge.
We do win that. Yeah,
we do now, yeah.
I really did like the that we or like the
It's not family friendly for a newcomer like me.
Creates a lot of plans.
Yeah.
And he was like, maybe we shouldn't go
But
for like this draft anymore. Like,
knowing the
idea of going for
skills, it
something
won't be
that's
that
heavily
hard,
playmaking
though.
Mid jungle, because like bot lane will tend to do it. Guess who's the major
But
playmaker?
it is a tough champion.
The thinker. It's Huhi.
Wasi Rahel.
The Twitch chat is on our
Darkwing's
side.
not 0%.
Same wavelength.
Yeah, I gotta say though, props to Hambach. I think he deserves more than 5.4% right there. He got the Skarner. Blacko was walking by and he was like, how does he keep getting the Skarner, man?
He was a support, right?
Yeah, apparently he is just crushing it. Like Rob Moore brought it up as early as week 1. Was like, I hope to see Hambach on Skarner. I think it suits his play style really well as a playmaker. He's someone who is really willing to go in, and you can still see that kind of progress that they're trying to make of like Drake focus, right? Like again, this was a huge Drake focus game for them, and it really paid off.
MVP.
And even earlier before that, like the Raptors contest that they had on top of that, like that really pushed out and killed Griffin, and all of it is supporting Hambach's play. And I think
Yeah, Huhi has
easy go
9
skills on how to be able to
skills.
start a fight. So now that they don't have Bard ulti and Skarner ulti, we got to find a little bit more creativity there.
Also, final fact, pour one out for Masu and
0% yang penting menang.
Unfortunately. Both
Udah mendingan, Bo, jauh.
But make sure that you at home don't miss out on
sudah
any
mantap.
LCS action when you get your favorite foods delivered on Uber Eats for less gold. On the other side of this break, we'll hear from last week's Player of the Week in Game 2 It's coming up right after this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Ads. Korea yang gaya-gaya manja. Aku mau nyemil ah. Gonna snack on the...
Don't feed. Get fed.
Oat chocolate or something.
On Uber Eats.
I got a Chocopi as well. No indoors. Wait, ini mah bukan ini. Bentar.
더 갈 수 있는데. 킬 them all. Nice.
At the real ad man, the real ad jump scare.
Nice.
Turret 2 and the base.
Sentinels running over FlyQuest. They get destroyed in the bot lane.
Ini mah bener kan? Oh ya. License 01. C9 ya, sebelumnya C9 ya, C9 with the SG. Damn, C9 looks like a monster, I guess. If they start this early. Kalian tahu kan kemarin tuh aku kayak telat mulu gitu loh. Terus aku kayak oke, next time 1 jam lebih awal. Terus aku masih telat 1 match, hampir telat. Ya aku kayak secuil lah sempet. Gelo bro, nih next time aku jam 4 apa ini jam 4? Should I wake up earlier again? Like 4:30? No, 4 AM. Mundurin lagi bejir. Mundurin. Majuin. Alarm Doko. Hah? What is sleep? Hah? Morning, morning. Wait, 3 minutes earlier than today. What do you mean 3 minutes earlier? Jam 3 bos guys.
Welcome everyone and congratulations. What? Put your damn phone down. I didn't know we were starting. No, that's fine. We're doing it live. But yeah, congratulations on being able to win Week 2 Player of the Week. That was a pretty insane week for you. You just kind of ran through, especially on your Nocturne game. How did it feel coming out of it?
Oh no, I mean it feels great because we haven't played on stage, or like we haven't had a win, like a series win in quite a long time, maybe like 2 months. So feels kind of bad because it does feel like we're improving a lot, especially after we went to Korea. But then we went
Wait,
back.
Kalian tuh prefer
should have won that series, to be honest.
Prefer full screen atau begini?
That was a free win. But yeah, and then it feels good, like to get a win after quite a while.
You guys prefer it to be full screen or
during our player weekend interviews, we just
smaller
basically
screen
have
like
like
this?
90 seconds on the clock.
The overlay.
Rapid fire questions. If you don't want to answer a question, you want to move on, you can go next. Are you ready for it?
Full.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Coba.
Who in the world would you want to duo with or hit the gym with?
Hit the gym with? Owner.
Yeah. Who?
Owner.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay.
Who's your NA GOAT?
NA GOAT? Bjergsen.
First LOL esports match you remember watching?
TSM C9. I don't know what year, but very long ago.
Yeah.
Like maybe 2015 or something.
That's perfect. Celebrity crush?
I don't really have one.
Okay, no, that's good. A jungler you believe in, but lobbies will dodge if you play it.
Oh, Nasus.
There it is, Nasus. Spell Griffin, the real Griffin.
G-R-Y-F-F. I-double-N.
That mother. He failed.
Yes.
I was gonna fail. So.
How do you fail? How'd you befriend Kryra?
Kryra. I mean, Kryra used to be like young and challenger. Same with like Sniper. So me and them were friends just because we're all young. He was 15. I was 13. We were challenger. Okay. So yeah, something to like relate to.
What's a red flag that you have
like
as a
this.
person?
Oh, red flag?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a bit toxic.
Okay. What's a green flag you want in a partner?
You want in a partner?
Yeah.
Loyalty.
There it is. Who do you credit most for where you are as a player today?
Credit most?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, you can move on.
Yeah,
what the heck?
Tips for the viewers out there.
100,000% better dapat.
Yeah.
Perfect. Pala tahu.
Be consistent. Consistency is always going to be the #1 thing. Triumphs everything.
Nice. Last question on this one. Who would you rather be stranded on an island with on your team?
On my team? Okay, let me think. So.
Ini lagi Q&A cari jodoh kah? Sir.
No, I think I'm cooked.
You're cooked?
I'm cooked. Wait, anyone on the team? What about coaching staff too?
Yeah, coaching staff works too.
Maybe it has to be Apollo or Think Hard. It seems like they're the most put together if I wanted to survive on an island. So yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. They may get you
sarapan guys. I'm snacking.
out of there easily.
I don't have time.
No, congratulations on that one. You nailed
breakfast.
that one. Final
Because
words
when
for
I
the
woke
fans out
up,
there, especially after a big week.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Did I even sleep?
Going
I don't know.
To the Sentinels games after this.
Okay.
But when I saw
Griffin, but you know what?
when I saw the live stream,
to step it up,
and like they're already playing the first match.
Is key, he said.
Exactly.
I was like,
and
what the freak?
Not owning in this first.
I
game.
already
not as hard as in the last.
That's
rescheduled the time 1 hour earlier.
Which he earned the Player of the Week award.
Damn.
Exactly.
Is this the previous match was a monster? I guess.
A little bit of a jungle
C9.
It was. Humbug Garner is starting to become one of those champions where I'm like, maybe you need to ban that.
I think, well, they talked about the lounge, just saying Blabber was right there saying the same thing. So if the
reputation.
Yeah, if the enemy teams are already saying it, then maybe
itu penghangat ya?
Around those early
yang dia pegang.
Yeah, there's some of those player combos where people kind of like,
sedingin itu kah tempat match?
Meta. Yeah, you don't normally ban it, but you probably should against this guy.
APA Ziggs.
Yep. I feel like Morgan Renekton is one that a lot of people.
Ruangan kayak gitu dingin lah.
You know, I do think that this is maybe getting to that level as well.
You didn't sleep?
A little bit spooky.
Feels like I haven't sleep.
What the answer is going to be in the second game here for FlyQuest. FlyQuest coming in, I think it's fair to say, slight favorites.
You guys still make it last night and you don't sleep?
Had not won a series just yet.
I have a sleep problem as well. But I'm okay. I can just sleep after this.
But it's like FlyQuest dominated DSG beat Sentinels, right? So I think that's always kind of in people's minds too.
I would also say, if you see FlyQuest get blasted,
cool to see a whole lady member streaming early evening my time.
Early
evening your time. Hi from Indonesia. Early.
And they crush
very early in the morning.
There is a high likelihood if they're going to lose the game, they're going to get blasted in that game because they'll keep fighting.
Snowball.
Yeah,
just for or against.
Exactly. There's
ya
going
tahu
to be
anjir ada AC mereka biar tangan gak keringetan.
Open to make it.
Yeah, if they're relevant or not, that's the question.
Iya,
kali kayak. Kind of seem like very clearly like they do so much better when they do have a good early start and an early lead. And if you come back to the early Raptor play, so Hambach and Griffin both start their top quadrant. That is red for Hambach and blue for Griffin. And that means his Raptor camp is desynced by, one camp duration of time. And so they're coming for the second respawn on those, or the second spawn of those Raptors. They can test them with a mid and with a support there, which
Warnet Majapahit, kocak,
should be very easy to communicate and say, hey, these are no longer our Raptors.
Aku taruh di mana kocak kalau begini?
Bot lane also has support.
Kobe. Sometimes you just gotta be willing to die for what you believe.
Biar nggak ngalangin.
Yeah, and we have
junglers believe.
I want to block the way.
Yeah, we've seen junglers be willing to die over chickens and over crabs. For sure.
Warnet ada handmore mau buat apaan, bajir?
Gotta respect it.
Game number 2.
Tangan basah, bajir.
Whole fresh chicken camp.
Yep.
That's what they say.
They're ready to die for it again.
Yeah.
Not giving them those Raptors.
New game, new Raptors.
Iya juga ya, kan mereka full
Right.
komputer spek tinggi pakai AC ya, iya juga ya.
Until we get some changes to the champion, I think that
pojok kanan atau kiri, Bu?
stay that
Ini
way.
nggak nanti nutupin
Most consistently banned champion that we have had.
Yep, waiting for the Karma ban. Very
udah, aku
likely.
tengah bawah ya.
Another champion that is banned quite a lot. The Sivir ban is interesting. I'm not sure exactly what that is signifying, but Seraphine Ashe is of course up and available because it was phase 2 that Seraphine got banned out last time. So it's interesting to see that here being available in this second game. And I feel like with the 3 bans from FlyQuest, they may be the ones that want to go
guys, kita berdiskusi, open discussion.
I mean,
about
I really
draft
like
pick.
it. I super prefer it, especially when Caitlyn is already out of the game.
Sentinel atau Fly, tapi menurut kalian coba deh kasih tahu aku nih sejarah kedua legenda ini nih, Sentinel sama Fly tuh emang kalian kenal siapa sih? Kalian bestian. Kalian sekenal kalian nih emang Fly ini yang jago siapa? Sentinel yang jago nih siapa? Sentinel kemarin-kemarin juga menang gak sih?
Most Karma players consider them fairly small.
Enggak, Sentinel kemarin kalah nggak sih lawan yang biru itu? Siapa ya?
So the early Karma pick does definitely highly
Sentinel ada Tens beda game kocak. Tens mah palo, bajir. Masuk jago, Bu. Mukanya ada di World's Anthem.
Yeah, it looks like they will be going in towards it. Of course,
mereka kebantai abis, bro. Apa emang kalah draft pick tadi, guys?
If you think that they're going to take Zin, because that's so commonly paired with the enchanters.
Ya kemarin lawan C9 kalah kan, C9.
So I would not be surprised at all to just see Ezreal plus Zin now.
Lah, yang sebelum match ini kan C9 tuh. C9 ngebantai parah ya. Semenjak Wipo udah nggak ada di Fly, gue udah nggak ngikutin parah Bang Riz.
If they did Zin, I would go Trundle into it. Trundle is very good 1v1
Windah jago
and can perform really well for
ya pala lu.
And
ya benar.
Ya
bener nih. Gak ada Bang Windah di sini kocak. Sayang aku Bang Windah di sini. Aku langsung menuju ke tempat match kalau Bang Windah main. Kalah di trio tadi, trio Gangsen. Trio Gangsen selalu dapat momen gitu ya. Someone tells him to put his picture above hers.
Zin is going to go the other way, and you obviously have protection bans in phase 2. So it is opening
up. It's okay lah bro. Just focus on the game. At least we watch partying. It's okay.
Every single time, and I feel like whether that's Wukong or Zin or whoever.
I missed game 1. It's okay, bro. You're not alone. I missed game 1 too.
For sure.
Not really.
Renekton,
only
in case the Ambessa is top,
90%.
That's going to be a very
I missed 90% of it. We need to put 30% bigger. Okay.
In case it was,
1, 2, 3.
Still a possibility, of course. Some people.
I don't know math. Sorry, I can't count.
Like, you know what? It's fine. I'll
ada anomali di tengah, Bo. Report, serah. Report, makan, mandi.
Renekton is also universally fairly good for blind pick when you have protection bans after the 3rd pick here, like they're doing right now. The Gnar.
Ini playoff, Bo. Playoff tuh apa sih artinya?
You pick it and then you double protection ban here.
Arti playoff.
Other answers are like Jax and stuff like that.
Even Cyan, I quite like.
Yeah, playoff.
Even though you're losing early, I just.
Playoff.
Yeah, my only danger, I still think the Trundle would be a good,
hero apa?
if they then did try to do sign into Renekton.
Living room hadir lu, telat kocak.
But it's
living room hadir, bukan saatnya. Bubar, tim bubar. Ini ada tim Sen, tim Fly. Kalian tim mana? There are only 2 teams here. Which team do you guys support?
Don't want the explosive engage.
I think I'm supporting Sentinel. Because Hambak using not Hambak. I mean, there's what? Who's that? Crystal. What's that name again? What's her name? Crystalline.
I mean, I think it's really smart.
No, it's
when you're thinking about
Alien Celine.
All right, well, when you think about the best thing,
Seraphine.
It's already Ornn, and Ornn's already gone.
Seraphine.
About these kind of picks,
yes, Seraphine.
That are going to give you some sort of snap engage. Because right
Seraphine
now,
has a
FlyQuest
support,
doesn't really have any engage. Sure, you can start a fight with public execution, but without setup, you're not even guaranteed to hit that. And it's not that reliable.
Or Seraphine mid.
Also, if you're thinking about
Seraphine is a mage.
Too, Annie is the only real mid lane engager that quad plays. Most of Quad's full champion pool is way more, control mages, way safer, much more range.
Ashe and Seraphine is a really strong bot lane. Bot lane, okay, support ya.
And so Annie is kind of the
Ashe nggak tahu ya aku Ashe, tapi
that he has
kita lihat nanti.
And take that away, so
Seraphim mid is rare.
Oh,
is it?
Being set up here, 4 Sentinels. They get their Sejuani and
Rare.
Renekton in synergy.
Okay, so I guess
ain't no way you're playing
Seraphim is more suitable as a support.
That is crazy. You lose the 2v2 also, no matter what.
Iya
no matter
Serap
what
bisa mid, bisa support, tapi biasanya support sih. Okay,
100%
she could be flexed mid, but mostly played support. Alright.
And Bessa, and they're gonna go with
Alright.
the Jace.
Seraphim won't be in my mid laner list then.
Definitely
Thank you.
A lot of confidence there.
Thank you,
LCS.
LCS.
Sejuani, though, if they get a good gank off on that Jace, it can get, oh man, it can get painful. You have to be really, really protective of your flash and have
Diluar
to
girl
put in
is
some good
Sejuani.
jungle tracking and
How to read Sejuani? Sejuani? Is it Sejuani?
I mean, they have good poke, they have good kite, but I do think if they do not
Aduh, yang mana Sen? Biar langsung tidur aku coba abis ini.
A lot of ways for Sentinels to start fights. You know, whether it is an Asho arrow, or an Encore, or Renekton flank, a Sejuani ult, you know.
By the way, anyone play League here?
And Mel is going to be the
watch me right now.
Aurora. And FlyQuest basically have no
Who
way to
watching
start a fight
with me right now?
running at you. It's got to be poke and maybe
Sec
like an Aurora
one.
flank, but they're just so light on engage, and I don't even necessarily think they're guaranteed
you won't be Sec 1.
You would want to, right? Because Sejuani Renekton's
Sec
a powerful 2v2. And
Sejuani.
Really powerful 2v2 as well. Of course, that
Play
bot lane
Dota.
can go either way.
No,
but if their bot lane doesn't win,
I asked who
very worried for them.
play League. Because I have a code
Honestly,
that
I always really like
would love to share to you guys.
Yeah.
But
just regardless, but especially
this code is only for
Indonesia itu menarik ya.
Goblok.
Orang-orangnya tuh
yes. Okay.
And he's the only one that he has put previous time into.
I have a code to share to you guys. I don't know if you guys want
but it
it
does
or
make
not.
you a little hesitant to have a lot of faith in it. And so quad career first Aurora here into a very strong teamfight comp from Sentinels.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how
I have 100 skin codes
important for FlyQuest in this
for
one.
the fans to redeem.
Some early advantages. I do
you guys
worry
want
that
it?
Could just be a very quick
aku punya 100 skin, aku ada skin untuk di redeem gitu loh.
A lot of power in the early game. They've got great team fight,
great
great
code.
scaling,
You guys
so
want
many ways
it?
to actually
Here,
pick fights and engage.
I'll give you one.
They don't even have to be a lot of commitment, right?
Can
you
you
just
redeem
throw an
it?
arrow out, throw a glacial prison out, and look to start a fight
Testing,
in that
testing.
way. So pressure, I think, on Gatgos as well as Masu and Cryogen to try to
Kalian bisa
create
redeem
some
nggak?
isolated
Anyone can redeem the code?
and to try to avoid the ganks that
Where do you redeem it though? You redeem it on the Riot client or inside the game?
Karma, they should still, have
itu terbatas buat berapa orang? Ini ada 100 kode ya buat 100 orang sih.
We had
But it's siapa cepat dia dapat? Siapa cepat dia dapat?
The shield, the upgraded shield.
Some will redeem.
Much more
satu orang satu code,
yeah.
One person,
the most
one
recent
code.
one was the base attack damage down by 2, and the growth. As well as the
Seraphim with Ashe.
We'll see if the mana actually is anything real.
Codes are region specific and you redeem on the purchases tab.
Damage ends up adding up.
I don't know which region is this.
They should still be able to accomplish the same goal of the Ezreal Karma.
Oh,
get the poke,
they can do it in the
push,
client or in this. You can redeem on the website.
Push on bottom side and then poke them while they're trying to CS.
Yeah,
mending redeem buat member, tapi nggak semua member main League juga sih. Jadi aku pikir kayak public aja. And my manager told me, okay, you can share the code to public as well.
And you can get punished so heavily, on a bad trade from Ashe and Seraphim because their chase down.
It's probably any codes if you got it from LCS, I guess.
Can be very difficult to deal with. Masu and Cryogen definitely started to split.
Sudah di-redeem kah?
Were incredible, I felt like, against TL.
Already redeemed?
More up or down, definitely not as dominant as people were kind of expecting in their 2v2s. Even though they won the series pretty hard.
Dark Wings tuh
and then
pakai.
here, we come into that last game, and of course it was, not just an isolated 2v2 thing. It was a lot about Hotbox, but they again got put down pretty far compared to where Rahel and Huhi were.
Yep. Rahel, Fuki.
Ini pakai champion apa ini?
Good series for themselves so far, similar for Hambak. And both junglers are progressing.
Oh ya, tinggal redeem di web ya, tinggal login. Tapi ini NA server kayaknya. Woi. Bawahnya
Heal does
masuk
go out
Rayogen
here.
tuh apa
So we
ya?
have both heals and an extra
Masuk.
summoner spell for Rahel with the barrier being blown.
Rayogen.
2-for-1 bonus trade here for FlyQuest. So everything going according to
I
plan.
forgot the name of the champion,
Karma
but I
with the
know them.
-2 AD doesn't really care, seems like. Again, if you miss
Udah
your skill
saya.
shots, then you're going to want that 2 extra AD bro, make up with auto attacks, but they don't really care. They're still accomplishing their goals here.
Mid, Mel versus Aurora.
And
Oh,
it's a pretty heavy CS deficit at the moment.
Wings.
Rahel is heading back to
Wings
lane
using
right
Matt?
now and should be able to you know, make up some of the deficit, but no barrier as well if they do get some jungle action down there. Hambach
Which one is Matt? Which one is
cruise,
Aurora?
though, you know, went back for the top side crab to be able to trade with Griffin. Takes him a bit of extra time. And still going to be able to get off on a pretty easy recall here.
Masu getting pretty aggressive. The flash there from Rahel. And they're going to flash in for the tether. It's going to land onto Huhi. Don't think they'll have the damage to kill. But Rahel and Huhi going to be sent back to base again. And Masu still hasn't even based yet. The bot lane going
bisa di-spill nggak dapat skin apa aja. Jujur aku nggak tahu juga.
I wanted to take a moment to talk about Impact.
Cuma dikasih tahu 100 skin codes.
In the top lane has been having a pretty darn rough split.
Tapi nggak tahu dapat skin apa, random kah?
8 out of 8 as far as gold difference at 14. He got kind of blasted in a couple of his series, but he was going up against Castle and Thanatos.
Pede banget gila orangnya lawan Mel pakai Dark Seal.
And he did well in game 1 in the Rumble, created a nice little gold advantage for himself. Team fought well. And here in the second game, of course, it is early minutes, but is holding on very well against the Jace of Gakkos again. So
Itu support siapa sih?
getting
Namanya
back
nih
to what we expect from him, which is that
dipakai
really super
Cryogen.
solid top lane play.
Yeah, and to me too, it's like a lot of the plays that contributed to the gold difference were the reason to be worried for Impact. Not, top lane itself, if you're like just the stats, sometimes top lane is one of the most
Karma, yeah, I remember, yes.
Like, okay,
thank you,
you're
Karma
always
ya,
taking,
Karma
you
ya.
know, losing matchup, play
Thank
for
you,
team, you know, style matchups, then yeah, okay, you're gonna have a lot of losing, you know, CS.
Karma and Israel ya.
Some of the things were like lazy recalls or, you know, getting outplayed, and Hambach up here with the Sejuani.
Yeah, Gakkos just jumped in, and he is gonna regret that. Hambach was waiting for an easy bait there by Impact. Gets the first blood for Hambach.
Aduh.
Looking good. Old man out here knows how to call jungle at a good time.
Help.
Honestly, though, you're always expecting Sejuani Renekton synergy whenever these two are on the
Wait,
you know, same team. But I mean,
I got
that is
you,
a
bro.
very, very, very efficient and effective lane gank there for Hambach. Like,
wait, this is not what I mean. Wait,
instantly gets the kill for the top lane. They don't have to use flashes, but you know, Gakkos doesn't decide to you know, waste his after the jump in, but it's perfect timing. You come up through the lane, Impact has his stun ready for Gakkos, low health, like perfectly baited, man. Nice acting there for Impact, and good timing for Hambach. It was just
Ini satu orang satu kode kan kayak.
There's a cleanse on Ezreal, so he's looking right now.
Have you guys
Maybe they
redeemed the
want to get
code?
past Ezreal onto the Karma.
Should I take
Karma has
it down?
Ezreal's standing in the way here with cleanse and
Yeah.
flash. Yeah.
I can give you another code.
Because that's like a guaranteed kill
want.
with no flash and the no cleanse.
And they didn't have eyes on Griffin for a long time, so maybe they were nervous about a potential 3v3.
Not above like that. So what do you mean?
Even if you just get the cleanse, it's not bad.
Jeez,
right? Like
you guys do have so many requests.
But if Griffin's behind,
I am now at above.
3v3, so was a little bit
Ganti code
nerve-wracking
lain,
for
alright.
They had a ward on enemy Raptor.
Via DM aja kalau gua mah. Via DM aja kalau kata gua mah Ciga. Kojak.
And so Masu and Cryogen will
Alright.
continue to enjoy
Code,
their
it was redeemed.
freedom
Thank
on
you,
that
Kobo.
bot
I will
side
change the
and
skin.
keep
Oh,
that pressure
Valor,
going.
darling.
22 CS now in that 2v2. No
Okay.
kills to their name, but still looking very good.
Yeah,
Here's
they still have the
another
flash
code.
advantage down there.
Do
Rahel's
not
barrier
be-
has come back off cooldown.
What is it?
From the early
Do not be
usage,
greedy,
but
okay?
Yeah, still a very nice.
Oh, satu kode buat
healthy
5 gitu kah?
advantage and
Oh, one
lead
code for 5 people?
for the
Is it?
Karma Ezreal, undeterred by the small nerfs. Interesting show here from Griffin to cross for Raptors. He's got the mid lane push, so Mbessa can annihilate these things so quickly. All you need is the early cross, and he immediately annihilates it. Regardless,
gimana yang aman, Bo? Nggak tahu.
There's not even any time
Menurut
for,
kalian
like, a
ini
Seraphine to
apa?
roam up there and contest or anything.
Yeah, it was interesting because Hui immediately started walking. He started walking from bot lane
What does the
right
code
away,
give?
And then, as you say, they
skin.
just killed it too fast. But it was kind of reminding me of last game on that Bard roam. was able to get up there. But this time, Griffin kills it off, no problem. Had mid prio, and Cryogen is behind quad. As Griffin just continues power farming away. Hanbok, of course, still does have that gold advantage, but it's not much of one considering the fact that he did get that first blood gold.
Seraphine.
Yeah, I think it's NA region.
Early move for Dark Wings in mid lane. Sentinels see what they can do with any sort of extra mid vision control here. He's doing his best to clear it out. The double defensive pink wards here for them to fully clear any sort of vision. Again, when your Ashe and Seraphine both hit level 6, this is such a tremendous amount of CC with that plus Sejuani. You have to be very careful.
I don't know. Maybe it's a gacha.
And handling this moment in time for FlyQuest, how they handle this is going to be critical.
Another code.
So they are going to pull the dragon.
There's the early dominance popped here from Impact. We'll get him a pretty nice trade onto Gakos, but of course now
ada yang udah masuk ikut di server SG, nggak tahu deh. Yeah, but only for NA. Tuh, untuk NA only.
Trade for these grubs. Looks like it's just going to be the 2 for Hanbok. Wants to get back out to the other side immediately after and teleport return for Gakos. Just go back to base
on NA, not
and
on CS.
invest the teleport time here.
I don't have any account. So yeah, it's all for you then.
The tether won't quite land there.
98 more codes to go, yeah.
But they do get the flash of Cryogen as Hanbok was seen on that ward.
The code is already redeemed.
He knew he was going to be in the area, and now Quad going to go between worlds here, trying to get the damage down onto Dark Wings.
Already redeemed?
Be able to finish him off, but the weirding does connect, and he gets a good trade.
That ward is so good. That ward over the back of the Dragon Pit. I think it was Cryogen himself that put it, that we saw him when he was clearing out enemy vision in Dragon Pit, and then he put that one too. Because this...
Oh, flash forward, he gets him with the final auto, goes across the veil, and dodges out from the glacial prison. Quad in his career first game on the Aurora. Gets a solo on Dark Wings.
What was that? What was that?
Right there.
Dark Wings just died. Wait, I didn't see. Shit.
The flash and the
it happens too fast. Wait,
probably
let's
went
watch.
Too far here. He's trying to stay around. They do get the camp. Impact is running back to the tower. Seraphine is coming up here. Quad is on the roam. Gakos is going to have to flash the wall.
I thought Impact going to be...
And does get out at the end of the day. But Griffin overstaying perhaps as Huhi trying to walk back towards mid and thinks better of it.
Oh man, explosive mid-game here.
Yes,
FlyQuest making good defensive plays and offensive plays in quick succession to earn themselves this gold lead.
Dibalik juga tetap cantik.
See how they can keep this one
Obok
up.
kalau dibalik jadi apa? Obok.
Obok up here, really big fighting, beefy front line with Ashe Seraphine bouncing over the top, but FlyQuest can shine now, and he hits the pullback after the flash. Flashes in for the auto, and then he still had the pullback damage too. So he gets Dark Wings flash, 1 for 1, and gets the kill. Beautiful stuff.
Who is your favorite team in LCS? I don't know, but I'm now supporting Sentinel.
Couldn't quite do it.
Ashe Arrow is going to nail Gakos. They saw that going through mid lane, through the top lane. Gakos,
yeah, tense on Sentinel.
Griffin is up here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get out. Knocks him back. Impact, slice, dice forward. Can't quite catch back up to Gakos. That has got to be so frustrating for him, but in comes Hanbok trying to help turn it around. Griffin finishes him off, though, and Hanbok is not going to be able to win the 1v2. Will be able to push them back, but damn, that's frustrating for Impact. I thought he was going to have Gakos in that 1v2.
Wait, that's not on Sentinel anymore.
I want to use the slice and dice there on trade too.
Retired.
I was thinking, might want to use that defensively to get out, but he really wanted to make good on the kill off of the Ashe Arrow. But after he uses his slice and dice, he's for sure toast, even with Hanbok coming up there. So another kill for FlyQuest. They're building on this lead. I mean, this is good for fans that do want the third game here. FlyQuest looking much better with the early lead and going
Salah server kocak nyari lemon di sini. Aduh, mati lagi anjir dia.
Easy kill. It's another. We're not going to call it a solo because he got a shield.
Menurut kalian yang ada hero kocak champion late game nggak? Champion late game di mana aja dari Sentinel and Fly?
If I don't kill you here, you're going to be so low that you have to base.
Yep, nice.
You know which one the late game champion? What do you call it again? The late gamer?
We'll give him 1.5 solo.
Stacker. What?
You only get a half for that?
I mean, the Karma Shield, it's technically not one, but...
The heroes and Drawpick, it's Sentinel, but through the gameplay, I guess it's 5. I don't know, it's still early game.
percentages here.
Scaling, yeah, scaling.
What percentage of that kill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 3% maybe? You know?
Oh, which one? The scaling hero here.
Honestly, you know,
Mel
Aurora-ish. Money is just like more money for the team, you know, out of the air. So beautiful shield right there.
Gorgeous shield. Really made the
aman, alhamdulillah aman.
Nerfs to the Karma shield. Holy
God.
He invested extra mana to do that.
Yeah.
Even with the AD nerf for Karma, still able to take down the enemy mid laner.
Beautiful stuff.
Incredible stuff.
Ezreal agak scaling.
Like a champ. All right, well, now it's a 2.4K gold lead here for FlyQuest. Hasn't been that many kills, but it's a bigger gold lead for Masu with no kills than it is for
should
the
have
two
more scaling
solo kills
here.
there for Quad, because they have been hammering the bot lane in the 2v2, farming plates, and building a big CS advantage.
You think Quad is thinking right now, I could solo kill this guy too, I bet.
I'll do it again.
Ezreal become meat now?
Let me try my hand at it. I got a Trinity Force. See if I can land some poke on this guy. Yeah. How long on his flash? Let me see. I want to do it too.
Yeah, maybe he needs a rocket belt of his own, you know, get in there. Maybe that's the key.
Yeah, get in there.
The champion that Darkwing's using right now is...
Yep. Everybody needs one these days. Cryogen has
rotation
McHale's, definitely
Aku masih belum ngerti ya rotation di League.
I
still don't understand how the rotation works in League.
It's pretty much guaranteed you're going to get some good value.
For now, I'll be just
honestly, my question
focusing
right now
on my own lane.
Are we convinced? Because we're like, oh, FlyQuest, they got to get some, good early leads. The Sentinels team fighting, the synergy between these champs is going to be really annoying when they group up, when they get their full 5-on-5 front to back. Currently, I am actually convinced. I think that FlyQuest have done enough so far to get a really good early lead onto Aurora burst damage is critical. You want to be able to burst down Ashe or Seraphine. If you can take those out early on in the fight, you take so much, of the synergy down. And that with Ambessa also getting a kill, those are two really big weapons to kill them. So this makes it a very exciting game for me, because it's not just going to be like, oh, dang, this Sentinels team, like,
this is really hard to get. Just focus on your own gameplay until you're comfortable.
FlyQuest have done a very good job getting their early lead on some of these carry champs.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, they set themselves up in a good position here. But we have to remember, it was who he got to hear the listen in on when they were in a much worse spot. And this was him, moments before they actually lost. He said, in the end, it's going to come down to just one fight. They found that fight. They came back in that game. And we'll see if they can do that here once again. As Griffin missed on the ulti. They're going to go in, though. Rahel in trouble already. Quad flashes forward. Ezreal is pumping out the damage. Gakkos is going to try to get involved. The two-man charm is going to mean Griffin falls into shutdown there for Darkwings. Gakkos flashing forward. Darkwings flashing out. Hanbok is low, as is Darkwings. The poke landing here from FlyQuest, but they can't lock down any more members to get some more kills.
Yeah, you can kind of see it already. So part one was good. FlyQuest, though.
Quad could be in some trouble here. Is going to pop the weirding. Goes across the veil, fighting back. Gakkos arrives. Huhi here to try to shield up and protect the team.
Darkwings ini pakai siapa namanya? Mel.
Coming out on top as far as the health is concerned. And the Herald went to Sentinels as well.
Yeah, getting the objective here. That's going to be some, guaranteed turret plate money for them later somewhere. But they do exactly, FlyQuest are going to assassinate Rahel. Eyeballs on Rahel here. This Ashe in the middle.
No, he's a late game killer.
Griffin goes in on him. Aurora goes in on him.
Yeah.
They get the burst
damage. So
they do take out one of the squishies. It's you still see the power of the Seraphine here. Huhi able to follow up there. Got a good ultimate through on them. And then they heal and shield.
Not bad. They use TP too.
Exactly. They used TP and got the Herald and get the 1-for-1 still. And it's still pretty early on in the game.
No versus Ambessa.
The Herald going to get dropped. Hanbok and Huhi are behind him. Cryogen is moving down. We'll see if they can actually defend this in the 2v3, if he'll be here in time. It's going to be started off there by Hanbok, but he's just going to run for the hills. Pops the Ghost Blade as the TP's coming in from Impact. So they are going to lose this tower. It should be first tower there for Sentinels. Unless Quad is about to kill the top lane one, but that's going to be a nice little injection of gold.
Interesting that they're going to give up 2 lanes to do this, though. Mid lane and top lane. So, it's going to, both of those are actually going to fully go down. Top lane, I'd say, I mean, what is Quad quite dangerous. So Impact, even if he had stayed up there, wouldn't be able to like save that tower or anything.
Memang pasifnya stack execute threshold.
Investing,
Mel hero burst. Jadi kalau dikasih bebas ya sakit, apalagi ngumpul.
Infield reporter.
Tapi tadi belum sakit, belum kelihatan sakitnya, weh.
Now you're at a TP deficit for the matchup with Jace. Darkwing's
Aku
on the other hand
sama
has his
skillnya
TP
yang
back now. So
banyak.
they can have the
Tuh missiles gitu.
Instead kind of
like,
catch waves on the side.
Type of missiles.
Offer that teleport assistance.
Skills.
Yep, so he's going to be able to try to answer there. FlyQuest, though, just want to continue stacking
what I
dragons.
mean, it's really
as long
interesting.
As they're in control of the dragons, they are going to be able to make
I like missiles type of skills.
The lack of engage is not really going to matter if they force their way in.
No
but remember, the LCS Spring Finals are going to be taking place in Mullet Arena at ASU from June 13th to 14th. The tickets are available now. There's the QR code right on your screen. Scan it up, grab your tickets, and we will see you there. Spoilers, we're going to be there.
Nope.
Woo.
You didn't understand.
Azale gonna be there in person, live reporting.
Yep. Be front row cheering you on.
I do, yeah. That's gonna be me. All right. Honestly, with Dragon only 18 seconds away, I thought the investment would be a little bit heavier here in trying to get the vision or the priority down, but looks like FlyQuest are gonna have full control of the setup. So they've got full vision control. Maybe it's an angle of, you know what? Let's just save most of these resources. Well, teleport invested here for Gakkos. Interesting bot side flank from Impact too. Renekton walking up, just to watch here as well.
I got another code for you guys.
Yeah, Gakkos is down there with him. Hombok, though, pushing forward onto Masu. Cryogen looking for the tether onto Hombok. There's a battle on the side. Quad gonna go forward across the world here, trying to get the damage out of the back line. Not gonna be able to find too much, though, as Griffin gets in on the back line, and Hui just gets shredded. Quad onto Rahel, and Rahel is gone. With the Ashe falling, the Seraphine falling, FlyQuest grab the Dragon, and they got their eyes on the Baron.
I'm expecting
over there. Are they going to try to do it on spawn?
That was one of the most awkward contests I've seen in a long time.
What?
Sentinels were
What do you say? A comeback from Sentinel.
Front line on the bottom side, then the Sejuani in the middle there, and
kayak aku expect ada plot twist dari Sentinel di akhir game. Gak tahu nih.
Renekton can't come. No teleport.
Keren sih kalau ya.
Yeah, both the soul laners are not moving, so they're just going to have to give this up. We'll see if
like Fly
seems
winning
in
this match.
His life for it. Darkwings has now moved over.
So far.
He is coming now. But it's down to 4K. Gakkos is on the side trying to threaten them. They get vision on it with the hawkshot, but Hombok just cannot get in. The Encore is going to whiff. The Baron is going to be secured. And FlyQuest, maybe they want to fight now. Hombok going to try to jump over the wall. Quad looking with the weirding, cannot connect. They do get a bounty on the bot side with that tier 2 tower being taken there by Impact to get some gold back in their pockets. But FlyQuest with a huge series of plays.
Yeah, I mean, props to Griffin for continually assassinating one of these squishies. But I also think we saw some poor setup from Sentinels.
For fourth code for you guys, for NA server
for now, getting back. He did spend his flash. He has the dominance in a couple seconds. Should not die there. Griffin
for
covering Quad. They're going to TP in. Griffin's going to go for the fight, but he's getting CC'd up heavily here. They're turning around onto Griffin. Can they finish off the kill?
Shoot. They can. Let's go.
Impact arrives on the teleport. Quad is in trouble. Pops a weirding, trying to kite it out, but can't do it.
They're
pushing
top.
Of big kills there for Sentinels on the top side, and they should be able to grab this tower as well.
I actually love that. They don't want to let FlyQuest just push all lanes with
Kobo,
Baron.
I love you.
So
Yay, congrats.
Top side,
going in sadly. It's okay. I have
with full 5, and they just fully attack a side.
I have another
96 from the Baron and
codes
sieges of the
to
other
redeem.
lanes. But that is going to give you a lot back. Even a full negative Baron power play.
Kobo, why are you out there? Why are you questioning my existence?
By Sentinels. With a
doesn't matter.
To fully overload the top side, all 5 people go.
Wherever I am, doesn't matter. Okay.
Up there
you want
getting a bunch of gold back here into this massive synergy of team fighting for this squad. If they're here on time and they set up their battle lines,
FlyQuest team very
squishy. Fight, it's gonna look
Sentinel
real
gets
good.
good CC.
Griffin,
they can win fight.
Does go in again on one of the squishies, but all of Sentinels
is it because of the CC?
Here. The teleports come in. And everybody's able to complete the extra kill plus the tower after. So huge shutdown money going through.
Redeem code-nya full buat hari ini. Gila lo full hari ini gua keluarin 100 kode. Ada gilanya enggak lah.
Sentinels. See everybody basically with at least 2 items for themselves.
And holy, the Baron power play negative 1,500 and is now
even
just
worse,
hovering around that 2K advantage for Fly. But at 22 minutes, that's not really that big of a deal. We were at a bigger goal lead like 15 minutes ago.
And especially
no longer
right before the next
when I am upside down.
Here, a minute and a half, you're already thinking about the setup over there. And
killing jungle and mid is big.
You know, almost even 3 items for Darkwings. With the Shadow Flame almost going to be completed for the Mel too.
I think they got the most important role.
They certainly have plenty of fighting capabilities here. You group up, you've got Sejuani ult, Ashe Arrow, Seraphine ult. It's definitely going to take some good positioning.
Dan ngeluarin berapa kode? 20 deh. I think around 20 codes.
Well. They got to make some Jace and Ezreal poke count.
Okay, it's already redeemed.
You try and go for
I will reveal the 5th
engage
code.
is just so easy. Ashe Arrow, Sejuani ult, Seraphine ult, so you have to be very good at hitting your poke and dodging.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to control that space, you know, make it difficult. Try to soften up Hambak and Impact. They're going to be the ones walking in first, you know, with the rest of the team
for you.
And if you can get them low enough on the entrance that, hey, maybe you can dissuade them for looking for that engage, but it's like you said, they are quite strong. Darkwings for sure is going to have gold for his 3rd item. You'd have to think before this dragon spawns, but maybe not at this point. Is not going to complete that Shadow Flame, I guess, because it's only 20 seconds until it spawns. They can't go back now.
Gua streamer LCS masih nge-scam lu, ada gila-gilanya lu ya. Fitnahnya.
If Sentinels wins this fight, they're going to be in a pretty good
spot. Bro,
not yet spotted Hambak, and he is looking on the side here. A little bit of poke coming out there from Darkwings as Masu is trying to fight and get this damage down on the Hambak, who's just sidestepping everything.
Impact harus sih keluar terus nih, bener si Impact nih.
Ayo nih Impact. This time around.
Bro Impact.
Pushing bot wave. Griffin gonna start some damage on this dragon though.
Dragon nih.
Well, I don't think we've seen a single missile shot connect, and now Masu taking quite a bit of damage there. And Impact is going to be spotted by Quad. They're going to try to get in. It's going to be a flip potentially here. The Mikhails is used, and it's taken away by Hambak.
Got stealed, bro. Got stealed.
Can't win the fight, and Hambak takes the steal.
Nice.
They just back off afterwards too. They're like, that's all we needed.
Ini masih bedanya 2000-an doang sih ekonominya ya. Dari tadi masih sampai 2000-an masih bisa ngejar loh, masih bisa.
No need to do anything further here.
Bisa nih Sentinel mah bisa, kata aing mah.
Man, all right, let's take a look at this. Is it just straight up pretty even? Yeah, I mean, not like you got a lot of burst on Sejuani or anything. That's just good smiting right there.
Yep.
Good clean smiting.
Fly lost the setup for the dragon.
I saw it at 2,500 or so, and then it was dead.
Yeah.
So that thing just got deleted. They both pressed smite.
Yeah, 2K gold gap is not seriously big.
He does end up getting it. Serpent's Fang completed now for Griffin. Also got to say, I mean, Flycoast just couldn't hit any poke as they were walking in. Also, it felt like missed about 10 mystic shots in a row. Didn't feel like Gakos was able to hit any shot blast. Kind of zoned out by Impact the whole time. So Sentinels handled it really, really nicely.
Wait, Fly no tank?
If you do, it's like, oh, Mel probably has
Fly has no tank.
Got shields for people. It's gonna
wait. I thought Gakos using a tank. No, I guess it's a.
FlyQuest
fighter.
Hope for
it's
another
laner,
fight like they saw at the 3rd dragon, where it was like a weird setup from Sentinels where they had their front line kind of split from 2 sides. Sentinels were probably also trying to think too much about the steal instead of position there for like Rahel and Huhi. But I don't necessarily think we're going to see more fights where either Ashe or Seraphine does get blown up. We've seen a few of those this game. You know, Quad had good burst damage early and good ults onto them. But it gets more and more difficult to pull that off.
Iya juga, tapi udah juga jangan di-mention gitu ah.
Pretty easily set up and then the
ya, kita tahu nih mirip, tapi
Sentinels stabilizing in this game and really threatening the 2-0, I think. Even though they're still down in gold and they're still significantly down in dragons, which could lead to another Dragon Soul fight in almost 3 minutes.
You see how nervous they got there from Griffin, because once Rahel was hugging the wall, he knew he wouldn't be able to dodge the public execution, so he popped his heal to give him more move speed, even though he's at full health and the engage hadn't come. So they were definitely sweating that engage could be coming through, and now Hanbok maybe
just
going to
needs
look
to
for
get
one
zone
of his own. Man,
control.
these sidesteps from Hanbok are ridiculous. He is just not letting Masu hit him.
I am learning.
Griffin also has the Serpent's Fang here to cut through shields to reduce the effectiveness of the Seraphine shields. Maybe it's going to help. Some poke lands now.
Jace is bot lane, so Sentinels have to decide, do we go for the hard
they gonna
engage? Do we send
execute
someone
this
to
war?
respond? This quad taking a little bit of poke. Now, Gakkos is going to be the one calling off. He will be looking for the base. His quad trying to get around on the side. The Reflect going to be used here by Darkwing, so he will be much more vulnerable now, and FlyQuest do get some control here around that topside Baron.
Impact is an ancient, huh?
Retaining mid-wave control, retaining
legend,
vision
but
control
an
over Baron.
ancient.
But at the very least, there for Sentinels, Impact is able to spend his time bottom, and the rest of the team doesn't get caught. That was a little dangerous period there where they're like, okay, Impact, got to go take care of the wave on bottom side, and the rest of the team has to play a little defensively and deny the engage again.
Did you like the call from Gakkos to base there? I kind of feel like he should have just pushed the tier 2. You know, you already saw all 5 members from Sentinels. No one's responding to him. You're struggling to actually make anything happen in these like 5v5 standoffs. So I feel like if he was able to force someone to respond, then you can maybe group and try to make a play on the other side. But just wanted to base.
Yeah, maybe they need to invest in a little bit more like a warding pattern.
Are you guys ready for the 6th code? Wait, is the code already redeemed?
Like, oh, if I get hit by an arrow, then Impact can kill me.
Is the code already redeemed? Anyone?
Yeah.
But that's pretty hard to do too. So
it is.
Honestly, FlyQuest, it is difficult at this point because you have so many things to work around that Sentinels have. But keep on pushing. They did get the Srelda's Grudge just completed.
Do you guys want another code?
So maybe that will make the poke
codes get redeemed in less than 5 seconds.
You can see Rahel now has his BT complete.
So many NA players watching me right now, huh?
Poke is going to matter a lot less. And obviously does have that Seraphine there to protect him. This time Masu landing a lot of poke there onto Hanbok.
Wait, after this.
Nice sidestep there, but actually he's back into the root. Thankfully, he will be staying pretty healthy, and it's Aurora pushing topside, trying to force a response.
And look at the wards. He has so many wards here that could come in for teleports for the Aurora. One behind Raptors, one behind their own jungle. He's going for the Gromp ward.
Yep, he's going in very far behind them. He hasn't been spotted just yet. Hanbok getting low. Impact arrives with the TP shield. And here he comes, but he gets instantly Ash arrowed. He does get into Zonius. The Encore across everyone, though. Look at the damage coming in on Quad. He is sent running. It's all up to Masu. Hanbok is trying to protect Rahel, but Griffin flashes in on him. And down goes Rahel. And no matter how resilient they were, Sentinels cannot get it across the finish line in this one.
Damn, that
FlyQuest work for it, but that flank from Quad is gonna seal the deal in game 2.
Ooh, they destroyed it right there. FlyQuest gonna grab a win, push us to another one.
They're gonna push on the base here. It's just up to these 2 members.
Gede banget anjir, darahnya langsung nambah setengah.
Not that tanky in the middle of 5. FlyQuest knocked down the first Nexus Tower, knocked down the second, and will push us to a game 3 here against Sentinels. We are in for a treat.
By winning.
Quad and Griffin were really ripping in that last one. I like the move. No hesitation for FlyQuest.
Sebelumnya Sentinel bantai banget loh.
You know, even with the
spam chat now, who's your player of the game? Impact.
There.
I like Impact.
All right, Analyst Dash.
Bad coaching by Sentinels, who knows?
Bonus game.
GG Fly.
We're feeling fantastic. We're feeling good
Gila,
over here.
sebelumnya itu
This was what we expected to be the closest
jauh
series going
banget.
into the weekend, and it's delivering.
Code, yeah, be patient, alright.
But FlyQuest, what a turnaround.
And what a way to do it. You get Ezreal Karma, you get the best of jungle there for Griffin. Pretty much like, even though Ezreal Karma is just the best, I feel like duo right now in the meta, it's also Masu and Cryogen's best pair. So like you get all of that in the draft, and it looks incredibly good in all of those now.
I'm glad you brought that up, Russ, because I have some bot lane stats from Masu, mainly because usually when you are picking this Ashe Seraphine, you do
Coaches cannot talk mid-game, I thought.
Take away this kind of Cryo bot lane. This was Masu's forward percentage, CSD at 14, and gold difference at 14. He had no kills at this time. This is pure, raw lane only.
Yeah.
And it shows you why,
6 code for
again,
you
when
guys,
you're trying to go for this Ashe Seraphine bot lane, which is like unbeatable unless there's natural karma.
Code. Enjoy the code.
And
8 players.
Perfect segue. Yeah, let's go a lot of the other things. A lot of it is just the team fighting. So I wanted to actually kind of focus on the team fight here. Let me actually get that going for you guys so you don't have to see this. Perfect. This was for third dragon. Now, it's incredibly important for Sentinels at this stage of the game to at least contest for it. They're behind in a lot of ways, so if they can actually walk up, then the game, of course, significantly easier. But Gakko's TPs, they have a great control ward here and here in line bush and banana bush, so they have a lot of perfect control. And Ezreal Karma is also really good at securing push in lane. So even though Sentinels are sending 4 men to just like contest the push, they're going to be basically really slow to it. But they're going to try nonetheless. And Griffin has already gotten a head start on the dragon itself. The good news for Sentinels is they have a spy. Impact. Impact is just chilling here, being like, guys, I know what the HP on the dragon is. Speed your butts up. And so Sentinels end up walking through the line bush as a team. And now this is really ballsy to just kind of like sit right here in front of 4 people. Player to basically like recognize and challenge them. Hey, if you're gonna throw a Sejuani ulti, I'm going to eat out. Like I'm gonna blink out. There's no way. Like, if you want to try it, try it.
Cryogen also has Mikhail's, so yeah, a lot of
Exactly, there's a lot going there. And so Gakko's on the right side of the fight is marking Impact, and even though he is going to eventually like lose the fight and back away from it, it makes it so Impact never gets an angle on the flank.
Any characters this game interest you?
Just take a look at this engage. The Mbessa gauge is actually excellent. And Quad is at a perfect angle to just zero in on Rahel, who's in no man's land, so they just basically target him from this angle. Impact is so far away, there's no way for them to be able to catch up. And so as we play out the fight, incredible engage, and even though the initial ulti from Quad was not really effective, it was basically the follow-up to then pincer Rahel that made it all easier. So all in all, a great team fight, great laning phase. That's kind of what we expected in game 1, but it came through in game 2.
And Griffin also showing up big after the tough start to game number 1 was awesome to see in that fight as well. We got to highlight that. And there were multiple other fights later, like that last fight at the Dragon Soul. He's just like unkillable and just kind of pushes through. But I'm happy brought up the Quad point because I wanted to highlight Quad. This was his first career Aurora game. And I actually want to take a look.
Dikasih tahu pun Ambus ada war.
So
Raz, tapi kalau misalnya orang ulti mau jadi apa warnya?
I didn't see it.
And I said, do you catch replay? He said, no, that's what
happened.
Ini juga nih menariknya yang dipakai.
That was pretty cool.
I love it when players are able to highlight some of their mechanical skills, especially when it's a first-time stage game for Quad. And then this, the question
siapa tadi namanya Mel lawan Aurora kan ini namanya.
Or does Cryogen earn the assist because it's just a Karma Shield? That's all that's coming in here.
My princess habis dengerin komunitas kah begini
That's not a solo kill.
They said it was like what, a half a solo kill or something.
Apaan komunitas?
Saying if anyone interrupts this, I'll punch him in the mouth.
Sorry, what community again? Komunitas apa?
He's a get out mechanic. Then he gave him confidence. He gave him confidence to go crazy.
But let's take a look at our player of the game.
I don't know what are you questioning about, Jaden.
I switched at the end as well.
Apa karena yang ngatain rank challenger? Apa yang ngatain rank challenger semua? Jadi begini gimana? Don't listen to him. Gak usah dibahas.
You did change your vote from Quad.
What
happened? Listen to us too much.
What happened to the ball duo?
I don't know, but
no, that was Freak's thing.
I'm just doing what
I'm actually growing mine out so I can differentiate.
I do.
Whoa.
Skip him.
Okay. I mean, the solo kills were cool, man. And
thanks, dude. Thank you, Jaden.
Quad can win it, but team fight execution, Griffin, I think had
Shout out to Masu. I do think he had a really good Israel.
Well, I'm just gonna double down on shaming Kangas.
Thank you, Jaden.
Like, not only did he do Azael wrong, you did the fans wrong.
I am just
to all of them?
watching this upside down. With Kobo Curse while
I'm sorry for letting you down. I'm sorry for letting my bald brother Azael
feeding
down.
them with
Quad,
codes.
but
That's
I don't
all.
think that you care what I think about you.
By the way, is the code redeemed already? Should I move to a new code? Yo, NA player. You guys need new code?
Can't please anybody.
That was a good one.
Can't please everybody for sure. All right. But I think turnaround now. It's a close series.
Yes,
so do we have any flip floppers? I went
Yes,
Sentinels
yes.
2-1. You still
redeemed,
most
yes.
Remaining.
Raz, come on.
Not now.
Udah Dede, emang kamu main? Emang kamu main NA server kah?
I believe that you would stick with
Gak tau bu,
your
aku
guns.
server SEA.
I'm sticking
Iya
with
lagi.
my guns.
Aku server JPN dan server
You know what,
SEA.
honestly, respect.
Shout out.
Respect for that. The first time ever. Quad, first time Aurora, Raz, first time sticking with his
It was
predictions.
instant
There we
redeem.
go.
Who redeemed it though? Please don't be
At
greedy.
least one other time.
I don't know if you can redeem more than one code
I don't know. I'm
or
just
not,
going
but
for it. Try to do content over here. All right.
Are
Reminder
the codes on A only? Yes.
You could win a trip to a League of Legends event like the Spring Finals. Save your MasterCard as your card on file and make a purchase from the in-client store for a chance to win. We got a game 3 ahead of us.
Kalau nggak main LOL boleh redeem nggak, Bo? Coba aja lu redeem di game apa dah? Kalau kerja ya keren bro. Applause, I big applause. If it works to another game bro.
This is tough.
Kocak, kocak.
I might as well say no.
That's so grief, man.
And now we just do the magic.
Kocak.
I'm going in.
That's
Emang
pathetic.
kocak. Mau main LOL sama coworkers nggak, Bo? Nggak mau, Aing. Nggak mau. Nggak ada. Lu lihat aja main Palo sama coworkers gimana. What are you planning for breakfast? I'm planning for sleep after this. By the way ya, kalian tuh kayak match kedua itu selalu kayak satu sama gitu, bro. Namanya ini bentar. Itu satu sama di match sebelumnya tuh juga satu sama. Jadi tuh selalu start earlier gitu kan match ya. Jadi aku majuin jam, majuin waktu nih udah. Terus habis itu kayak di match kedua tuh nggak pernah ada yang 2-0 gitu so far. Jadi kayak kenapa intentional kah? They always got like 2-0 score at the first match, but whenever it comes to my time to do the watch party, they always do 1-1 score. So we get to see the third round. Respect streamer itu, bro. I don't think the logic works that way ya. Kayaknya itu tidak masuk logic. They knew I miss a game. Match intense always back to back saling balas gitu. Jadi maksudnya sengaja gitu kah? Kayaknya pengen ditonton Kobo, kocak banget. Nah gitu ya. Match kedua tuh pasti mereka selalu ada kayak ada nge-fighting back gitu loh. The other team would fight back, or is it rigged? Who knows? Tuh sebelumnya tuh C9 bantai 2-0 kan? Emang saling baca game aja gitu kah? Tapi terlalu kebetulan untuk menjadi kebetulan. Bo, kamu jangan kebalik nontonnya balik HP. Justru kalian nontonin gameplaynya bukan kobonya. Ya, last round.
LCS.
Let's go!
Remember tickets for the spring finals at ASU's Mullet Arena on June 13th and 14th are now
That's why LOL
on
is the
sale.
best ya kan?
Ticketmaster.com or scan the QR code to book your tickets today.
Yes. I just play the game though.
We're not there just yet.
But
to
yeah,
hold your horses.
this LCS thing
could be there.
makes me
All possibilities.
jump into this league hole.
Certainly would be.
TFT pun bro, TFT pun aku
really
juga.
good,
Aku
series
download
so
bro
far, though.
TFT.
You know,
I downloaded
likewise bouncing back, as we
TFT.
said, You can watch them get blasted.
I made CS account for TFT.
No hesitation either. Big damage on this comp. You know, both Quad and Griffin starting to do a lot of output really early on with some of those kills. And Masu and Krajen making really good use of the Ezreal Karma.
Aku 10 tahun jadi VTuber juga gimana ya?
Just exact same gameplay. Keep on pushing, keep on poking them down. And now that brings us to our final determining game between the youngsters and the Youngs.
Chill.
With FlyQuest and Sentinel.
I like that kind of strategy.
The youngsters and the youngsters, that's
game.
Good.
All right, well, it is going to be Orianna, Nocturne, Annie all banned out. So targeting Quad a little bit more. You talked about Annie as kind of that prime engaged champ that he does have. That was his first ever.
Aurora in there too. He's got Aurora card.
I voted for him. He got the 2 solo kills now because I'm changing it to 2. It's not 1.9 anymore because it works.
The most memorable phase for me, I think it's Impact, bro.
I think he played a really, really great game. But we'll see how he's going to be able to perform here in this next game. I mean, FlyQuest, I didn't like their drafting game too, you know, but they had to get those early advantages, and they were able to get them. So, you know, it did work out. Sentinels, though, they are becoming a very resilient team. You know, even when they're in these tough spots, I like when we're getting to highlight Huhi and he's talking about,
siapa yang bakal menang ya? Coba lihat kita draft picknya dulu deh. Buset, sok-sokan analisa draft pick lu kayak ngerti champion aja, Bo. Ya nggak apa-apa. Feeling aja dari mana yang kelihatan sangar championnya. Oke, Bo, siap.
Ya. Been so popular as a top lane, and then Sajet for bottom lane too. But I think that is more person-specific with his history on the champion.
Do you think Gakkos is a Vayne guy? I feel like that has not been his role for this team at all.
He's an Aurelia guy, so he could be a Vayne guy. I feel like Aurelia guys and Vayne guys are pretty like
they're the same guy.
They live on the same street at the very least.
They're neighbors.
Yeah, for sure.
You can go knock on his door.
Yeah. Okay. You know, you do it. You like, you bring over some eggs.
Itu Dragon populer banget ya. Kayaknya dari kemarin di turni-turni pasti ada mitnya Dragon itu, bro. Dragon itu.
Good ingredient for any
economy. You can just bring eggs like that. You're built like that, Kobe.
It's kind of a flex like that. Top laners do that.
Yeah, I can give my neighbors eggs.
Bentar, coach. Aku ambil catatan dulu. Ambillah catatanmu. Catatlah kebingunganku.
The Anivia, the triple flex, the beloved triple flex for very highly likely in support, semi-likely in top lane, and also semi-likely in mid lane. They're all very, very likely, you know, and viable flex
positions. Kok otak aku mikir Dragon ya?
You technically could still do it in AD carry.
Phoenix but Ice.
You technically can't
Ice
do it
Phoenix.
in jungle
Anivia ya, Anivia.
100% of those
games. Nyoba Anivia juga deh. Banyak laku banget di pick liga-liga begini, bro.
Either solo lane. And then support here is going to have to go into Jin and Nico. And I was going to bring up Jin at the beginning here for Masu because these have been his preferred carries. He has had a strong preference for the Jin, Ezreal, and Corki. And that's what they're putting time in on yet again. And they go right into it. Huge CC bottom lane here with the Nico Jin.
Di Freya York ada 3 god, Anivia, Orm, dan Volibear. Aku cuma tahu Anivia doang nih yang ini.
Don't necessarily have to go that angle because that would reveal the flex of the Anivia. This way you can keep full value triple flex with the Anivia. They don't have to reveal anything. All that they reveal is, hey, we have a bit dive comp with a Vi and a Kaisa.
You know what would actually be really interesting? I don't think we would get it for anyone except, you know, APA or something like that. But I feel like Deco mid is actually reasonable in some of these. And
here's a next code for UNA players.
So, you know, having the ability
it
to
would be worth it.
Yeah, to me. But, you know, I feel like APA would probably be the only guy who likes Nico mid enough that they would even consider it. So I don't think that's going to happen or anything. Kaisa, obviously,
another code, is
going to be kind of tipping your hand. You already had the Vi. You are going to dive. Kaisa not really a strong laner if you can't find those all-ins, though, so I do kind of worry a little bit about how the 2v2 will go. Though I'm finding myself reevaluating how I'm looking at Anivia, because obviously Anivia, you know, is a stronger laner than I think I initially gave her credit for. You know, the 2v2 can
Anivia bisa dikombo sama Poppy. Namanya kombonya combo TikTok. Karena populer di TikTok.
It's usually Anivia plus Caitlyn, Anivia plus, you know, like Ezreal. I'm seeing those kind of things more, you know, lane dominant.
Tiga legenda ini juga tidak lepas dari combo TikTok. Baik.
Yeah, I think it could have some pretty good success here. And again, I would put more weight on the Anivia support, but we'll see what the picks end up being for solo lanes here. As you know, FlyQuest of course are going to have to reveal a bit more before the full commit is necessary.
Baru draft pick.
And they're
baru draft pick, sabar.
Aatrox and Gwen, so they are not believing in the impact of Anivia. And if you're looking at the individual players and thinking about how flexible are the individual players, you know, the champion Anivia is really flexible. Yeah. But what's the likelihood of impact playing Anivia? It's probably
why so fast? Wait, the code already redeemed.
He won most fearless in Lock-In. He had the most different champions played, but you know, I still would not see him as, I would not believe that he is playing Vayne. I would not believe that he is playing Anivia. Maybe I'd be wrong, but I wouldn't believe it until he actually does lock it in and, you know, we get in game and find out it wasn't an Aatrox Guardian incident or something. We have thrown out a number of bans up towards top side. Obviously, Vayne was a ban over on the Sentinel side, but Gwen as well as Aatrox, both good protection bans for the Scion.
In about 10 seconds.
So I like this because now their top lane bans just say, okay, fine. Even if it is an impact Anivia,
who cares?
Now you can't flex it to not impact it, you know, Anivia and bully us with an Aatrox or a Gwen, and it gives us a really easy and good Scion pick.
It's a flex.
We do get our Rel. So who he Rel? This has been something that even before these last buffs, which I think went really under the radar, Rel is super underrated. Really came back in a big way with the previous patch buffs and this most
Rahel pakai siapa itu? Baru lihat aku,
Cok. Jumps back on it really early, and he's always been amazing with the big engage.
Champion apa, Cok?
It is going to be Dark Wings with his Anivia, who was.
It looks like someone named Leona
with him on the champion, and had confidence. He brought it out even when he was on DSG and had a lot of confidence with it. So
I think it's because of the hair. Looks like lion.
For Sentinels, impacts history on Shen. Also worth noting here. Brought it out at internationals even, and so I do like all these flexes and the threats from Sentinels, and they end up with their players on the champions that they're super insanely comfortable on. So they could have moved things around, and maybe people would be a little bit more uncomfortable with a little bit different champions, but they do find their places into. Oh, man,
Syndra?
this is like perfect for Huhi, perfect for Darkwing.
I think I tried Syndra before.
And I think that's actually a really smart draft that they've pulled off.
I agree. I guess the question is, you know, will you be able to dive through the Xin, the Scion, the Nico, right? That is kind of the difficulty.
Kalau Shen bisa teleport ke teman.
Anivia is the one piece that's a little bit kind of like out of left field, but obviously you can set up engages by just walling someone.
Kapanpun kulitmu ekstra kering.
Gatel, aduh.
You can actually break the Soul Furnace shield before you can pop it almost every time. You can taunt to cancel his decimating smash. It is a very nice matchup, and I'm a big fan of Shen
Ada
in
Nico
general.
Lebar.
So I think that
Ya,
is
si
really
Nico
cool,
lebar
and you can
shieldnya.
obviously, you know, be using the Stand United on the Vi or the Kai'Sa or whoever as they're diving in.
And not only that, but he's also going to have a hard time in team fights. I love Anivia always into Scion too, because now you got to watch where you're driving. Like, it's really, really difficult when the enemy team has terrain creation and can just block you like that. So they've got a lot of good answers. It also makes Nico's job really difficult because it can be difficult to get a really good Nico ult in this game. Especially if the lane does not go well.
Nico bagus, tapi kalau posisinya dia kayak impact sebelumnya.
A lot of teams have been doing this where mid laner just walk out
Yang
bottom
tadi
with your
ditunjukin
bottom
tuh highlight.
lane. You know, see if you can get any early trade or action or advantage that way, but is going to have to walk back to mid lane second here, and Quad gets the push.
Going to be interesting to see how the jungle matchup goes this game, because we had an incredible game one from Hallmark. Really
Oh yeah, I remember.
And last week Griffin was doing
I tried Syndra before, and like, nah,
really was a big story.
It's not my,
it's not
my gameplay at all.
We talked about it in the first game where we had a similar situation. As
I don't feel comfortable playing as Syndra.
Too, but
I can't.
Yeah, as you see on the screen,
I want to see how other people play as Syndra.
Like 3 in a row, and then his smite was upgraded first too because he was winning these smites on his invades early.
How's the right gameplay?
You know, punish the Skarner very heavily. So Griffin has had some games that have looked really good, super snowball, super stomps. And also, you know, sometimes
mainnya gimana? Mari kita lihat di sini. Siapa tahu aku tercerahkan kayak, oh, cara mainnya sebenarnya kayak begini.
Some very big jungle snowball games and invades. And this time around, he's on Xin into the Vi, which is super good for you early on. And you can force some skirmishes. You can force towards some nice objectives, especially if you've got pushing lanes like the bottom lane that we're seeing. And
both junglers for
the third game in a row, all pathing towards those bottom lanes. So we very well might actually see that. So Xin always has a super nice time in the early duels there.
Man, Rahel is just really struggling to get any of this farm. I mean, the wave is pushed in, but they're actually harassing him as he's trying to pick up the CS quite a bit here. So still going to be able to maintain a full wave advantage down on that bot side with the minions now equalized. So that is pretty significant here early on. Rahel has also used his potion. You know, they used the heal on Huhi as well. He does have his cleanse, but you know, that's not going to be that helpful in those potential 2v2s. So we'll see if they can start to stabilize a little bit as they get some more levels. Impact did lose the push early on. Obviously, one of the big weaknesses of Shen, and a lot of times when I talk to pro players,
ini player yang superstar yang mana bang? Gua dukungnya jago.
You know, you guys consider.
Nah, kita agak relate nih bang dalam hal ini. Waduh.
It's going to be the Vi going down pretty much for free.
3 menit,
Walked in, claims the scuttle, but just kind of stood there and took it.
That is a very dangerous crab to go for when your bottom lane is getting pushed in like that.
And your mid lane.
And your mid lane as well, and your
losing jungle matchup.
Vi versus the Xin.
Soalnya merah.
And he wants to stick around and make sure he gets this
Bendera Indonesia ada warna merahnya, guys.
Allows Cryojin to get a really good snare. And so props to Cryojin on the Nico, already getting the Nico value. So he snared him off the crab, and his tale as old as time.
Cara draft bagusan mana, Bu? Kalau dari analisa saya,
thought, hey, it's worth using my flash for this. I'll just smite it and then I'll flash over the wall. But he gets rooted, then deadly flourish, then scatter, knock up. Like, you know, all this stuff is coming through. I don't even know if the flash scatter.
Menurut saya, fly bagus.
All the other CC was
draftnya.
There. And the problem, Masu got first blood, so Hanbok might not have to deal with that, but their bot lane was already losing. The wave is frozen on them very heavily now.
Tapi Sen mendominasi, kalau kata aku ya, benar.
And that wave positioning is terrible. Rahel is going to have no choice but to just base, but you base here, you are denying that entire next wave because there is a cannon. So you're going to lose those 6 minions. You're already down 4, so now you're going to be even further behind. As Masu just decides, you know what, I can actually stay around, have a little bit of regen from that red buff, and he feels like he's in a decent enough position and didn't want to miss the cannon.
Bisa dilihat dari cara Fly Masu ini nge-clear lane.
I mean, it is going to be painful down there.
Set nah gitu
Masu,
tuh. Set nah gitu tuh.
Masu's going to have really good burst damage. People always complain about Jin. He doesn't do anything. Mr., you know, useful, meaning useless. But he's going to be actually useful this time around, especially with the Nico lane. Going to have some really
Karena saya mau mendominasi.
I'm still thinking, though, about the crab fight as we see another little trail on jungle
crab
here.
On your brain.
Got crab on the brain. We'll discuss it later, though, because we got dragon on the menu.
Crab on the brain, dragon on the menu. We'll see if FlyQuest can push them back. Flash forward there with the Shattering Strike on 2. Griffin is getting knocked down so fast. Rahel picks up the kill, and that was important as Rahel had been put so far behind. Quad moving down, but can't really find anything. It's just a great engage from Huhi.
This game is just supports beating up on junglers, man. That support is OP.
Karena dia obok makanya di atas, benar.
Cryojin just wrecked Hanbok in the first play.
Saya obok, saya bukan obok.
Completely annihilates Griffin in the second one as he jumps out after his jungler is able to get the dragon too. So, I mean, that was a beautiful Q flash from Huhi and grabs the flash from Griffin as Griffin flashes to try and get away from it. Boom, right into it, and he gets the stun.
Which team Kobo support?
Nice,
Sentinel!
supports versus junglers. And supports a duo, bro.
Yep, and now Vi is level 6 here. He's going to go back in, and in comes the Stand United. They want to fight for this. He's going to be able to claim it. Griffin dies again. Can't get the smite.
Buset,
even if he did, he would have died regardless, but at least he'd be going home with something.
Well, dari spek itu bro, bro Huhi.
Yeah, and you're going to get a plate at the very least
bro
on top
Huhi yang berkuda itu.
I don't even know if that Stand United is worth it, because Impact has no TP.
Oh itu yang berkuda tuh Shen.
You have to be really careful with your
Shen is riding a horse?
Sometimes you're doing great in lane, you ult away. He's down 21 CS. You ulted away from a pushing wave, you're going to give up 2 plates. You are going to be down a lot. He got the kill, or he would be mega down.
Emot Dilo lebih ngeselin. Aku nggak tahu lagi.
A cannon wave. Okay, he loses the cannon.
Belum banyak lihat emot yang baru tadi tuh lihat yang ngeselin banget itu muka.
Gets back for these.
But 400 gold down off of all you got.
Shen itu ninja.
It's still very, very painful. It's a huge resource investment.
Itu apa? Itu berkuda bukan sih? Oh enggak, itu Huhi nggak berkuda, Cok.
But
aku salah lihat.
You know, it's worth throwing a lot at these crab fights, because the crab fights have a lot of mental that go with them as well.
Can't put a price on
ini tuh si Syndra itu.
Oh, flash forward. They're going to fully send it. The stun is there to follow it up. Quad is in trouble. He will burn down, but not before he gets one back. That is double flash and all
Syndra itu main minion ya berarti ya?
From Quad.
To play Syndra, we need a minion to fight. To use our skill.
That he knew. He was like,
right?
okay, yeah, this guy has flash, but it's
I
all
remember
good. I'll just die for it. And he's like, I'm gonna full commit.
I think the W.
Fight anyway.
It's grabbing the
minions and stuff, and trading flashes, but it does go down. And gives they
for her W, right?
Counter kill, of course. The assisted kill. Always extra there too, plus the minions, plus the tower plate. So.
I think I would have agreed if it was just the Vi flash, but Darkwing's had a flash to follow up with the stun.
Yeah,
so with the Anivia flashing too, that makes it a lot more tough. And Impact getting aggressive, missed the pull through on that second Q, and doesn't want to commit to it just yet. Griffin is in the area, so if he overchases, he could be in trouble, but is able to deny this cannon, I think, at the very least. So that should be annoying for Gakkos.
All right, now that we have some time,
Shen itu yang ninja.
Bring you back to the first crab
fight.
And
wait.
The theory behind
Terus
it.
yang Huhi itu namanya siapa?
The reason that Hanbok was not scared of the roam from bot lane up is that he literally did think
itu pakai kuda si Huhi. Oh iya, aku nggak salah lihat.
Yeah. He was wearing monster skin. However, you know, you should probably have
itu Rel, jadi ada Shen, ada Rel.
Probably gonna be the first one up there.
Oh, Rel is the one who riding the horse.
I can finish the crab, and then I get away because Jin would have to like auto or grenade me first, and then deadly first. So that, like that's the only.
Kalau lempar minion ke lawan mana jadi skin? Ya.
Wearing the Jin skin.
Syndra, aku ingat. Ya.
I think that I like.
Syndra-nya bukan aku banget sih.
I think it's
usually people don't, but
don't usually get tricked, but it happens from time to time.
Maybe.
I mean, I could believe it's something like that, or
I think it's that, or he just thought,
I'll be able to steal this and then flash out over the wall, because he was hugging the wall, right? But then he just got CC chained full, so
nah, yang bisa teleport itu si Shen.
A miscalculation and a pretty big oopsie. The 2v2 going well again here for Masu and Cryogen up 500
itu punya 2 mode kudanya, mode 1 normal, kudanya 2 gabung sama badannya Rel.
That 1 kill, but still down about 1,000 gold.
Jadi Centaurus gitu.
Going way better here for FlyQuest.
Yep. Hex optics completed. Masu feeling good.
I like that so much more than the Ghostblade Rush, by the way. I know sometimes gym players feel like they need it for that move speed, but going to open up the curtain call here as they are full sending out a Darkwings. That is that missing flash. They're even going to pop the Pop Blossom and try to knock him down here. Will be able to finish him off as out goes Gakkos. He is just ulting through to the enemy base where he could probably look for a recall here. I think he has time.
Yeah, should be able to do it right through the minions. Vi,
karena kudanya Rel itu besi, jadi kudanya bisa jadi shield buat Rel.
Flash and doesn't want to go, use ulti or anything.
Naruh jadi armor.
Nice escape from Gakkos, but man, the timing on the bot lane reset. So what happened here is bot lane pressure is leaking. They get their reset for Cryogen and Masu.
Ya. Aku lihat. I saw it.
Right into the range for the deadly flourish, into the ultimate, pops him, and then you get Nico follow up.
Hate when I have a leaky bot lane. Terrible.
It's leaking all over the map, man.
Gotta call your jungler, plug that thing up. fix that bot lane.
Jungler's on Dragon, dealing with the Dragon.
Buat ngeluarin pasif Anivia. Pasif Anivia apa?
It's gonna keep leaking.
Masa harus ngeluarin semua ulti buat ngeluarin pasif Anivia?
Rush here,
Worth
pretty
itu
much
kah?
as expected. Sometimes people will just kind of go full tank. You know, there's a lot
Pasif
of debate
Anivia tuh yang
amongst, the Shen one tricks
resurrecting
on,
tadi
should you go
kah?
Titanic? Is it too expensive? Is it more effective to
Redeem
just
code masih ada,
go full
masih.
tank and build a little bit of wave clear here with Sunfire or Hollow Radiance?
Oh iya, Anivia tuh yang...
And then there's the debate of, do you want more damage as we have a fight, though?
Yep, here comes the Stand United. They're going to full send it onto Griffin. It is same place, Deja Vu in the middle of everyone. And who he finds a monster engage. The Magnet Storm hitting everyone there as
Rel itu bisa stun area sisi area sisi
United got interrupted, but honestly, that's probably better for impact.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Anivia passive when HP 0 become an
but
8
the shield
and
and
revive
the
unless
reset
they
for the
kill.
fight there is beautiful for Sentinels. Who he realm, man, is really, really useful. Able to get the big lump on the re-engage. I mean, Sentinels here have 2 dragon stacking, and they keep getting these bottom side plays going in their favor.
AOE-nya, AOE-nya.
Narik
musuh ya, bukan.
So he's got the early CDR.
Ngasih stun, Rel
his
lompat
flashes
ngasih
have
stun.
been fantastic, but Griffin is just kind of on these solo missions, right? And sometimes, he's able to get these leads and really create massive advantages because he goes for these kind of aggressive plays. But this is a couple times now that he has been punished.
And, I mean, it can be hard to fight around this bottom lane because, yes, Shen ultimate, the top side always has something extra they can give to it. Also, wait a second, now Impact under tower getting...
Wadidaw, emang bisa mundur kata aku mah.
Now they can set up for a redive here onto Huhi. You can see Hanbok is moving up, as is Darkwings, and Hanbok is going to be spotted. Griffin's just running straight in onto him, and he's going to have to flash back over the wall as he went to the Vault Breaker over the side. Now going to be rooted up there by the Jin. Masu on point with the curtain call, trying to get the kill, but instead it will go to Cryogen.
Sumpah yang jadi sniper tuh aku suka amaze aja. Soalnya mereka tuh nembak tuh buta kan.
Man, really good responses here from them too. I mean, we're getting maximum value out of a lot of these deadly flashes. The range here from Masu really coming in clutch, following up on so many plays. The mid lane play where Quad hit the stun, bot side play where Cryogen hits the snare. Top side here, they're going to get the tower as well, and that is first tower bonus gold for FlyQuest, pushing the lead to 2.3K despite the dragon stacking coming from Sentinels.
That is a big gold lead for them. And as you said, Sentinels, their advantage really is just the dragon stacking. So see if they can try to maintain control over their push towards Soul if they're going to have to start giving it up. Impact now has that Titanic completed, but will not be that tanky without any resistances just yet. And Sentinels, I think, are just going to have to try to keep making plays around Huhi and this Stand United.
Oh yeah, what I was going to say is after Titanic, can I raise you even more damage, Dusk and Dawn, baby?
You can raise me.
In Sentinel, I believe.
I'm so addicted. It is so fun.
Masu gonna be in a lot of trouble. Positioning, bro. Assist is thrown out, and he is knocked down through the barrier. No chance to survive there. Didn't have the flash, and Rahel has just been picking up a lot of these kills left, right, and center off of his teammates' great engages.
Yeah, follow-up here really good. Kaisa ultimate. Some of the bot side
itu
plays
lihat
able
yang
to
bagian
answer
Jin
here.
sebelah kiri itu ward biru bisa naruh
Wait a second,
jauhnya.
he does get hit with the stun. Can he get fully outplayed with the R button? Not quite yet.
It's about a 90% of the outplay
Untung
there
aja.
as Quad getting pretty strong. He's not on a Ludens though. Did go for that black fire torch. And
yeah, he's only at 70 splinters now, so he doesn't have his 100 upgrade for the execute, or that would be full outplay.
Yep, would have absolutely destroyed him there. Jackos doing his best to hang on to this tower. Darkwing's just going for the New Age Roa rush.
Set war bagusan Fly, sulit menebak nih. Yo, sebenarnya aku juga nggak tahu. Tapi aku dukung-dukung aja lah si Sentinel ini. Tapi dari tadi Fly
the passive. It takes them a while, but they do eventually knock down Gakkos, are able to pull off the dive.
And look at that. It was moments ago we were talking about the FlyQuest over 2,000 gold lead. Immediately chopped down here. Some good plays from Sentinels. And they still have a Shen ult they could try and use to save for help.
Ada,
I don't think there's going to be any way to save him now. He has no flash. He does reposition himself and blast cones out to safety. Beautifully done there, barely getting out. Impact is going to be in some trouble.
Kok bisa lompat kayak gitu itu dari siapa guys? Emang bisa cara escape kayak begitu ya?
Believe he survived. The Stand United, the Killer Instinct, the Mega Blast Cone, all working in tandem to keep him safe.
He stays alive, but can we say the same for Huhi? Oh, we can!
You can. Wait, Blackfire Torch?
Itu, whose skill was that?
Oh my gosh, that was
Kaisa
almost a
out
Blackfire
shield.
Torch burn
Shen
down.
out
Quad
shield.
barely
He
misses
should
out on the
plant
kill.
on the floor that
No
shoots
way!
away.
Impact stole it!
But I don't know that he would be that far. Blast Cone emang
no smite
itu kalau dihit kena jauh. Emang sejauh itu?
Oh.
Yang merah, iya yang warna merah bulat itu. Emang sejauh itu?
An unfortunate series of events, let's say that, for FlyQuest.
They barely miss out on 2 kills.
Now they're looking for another potential
Dragon
redive.
Steel, shit, bro.
Is here to defend. Impact will be able to sidestep the route. Yeah, they barely miss out on 2 kills back to back, including one of a bounty.
Aduh, got steal, okay. Nah, got stolen.
Ouch.
Nice, Sen, nice. GG, Sen udah.
Kobe's
berapa kali dia nge-steal? 2 kali ya?
Is revealing that he did smite enemy raptors when he stole them.
Okay.
And I think that's the only
kan udah aku bilang, aku dukungnya Sentinel ini. Sentinel ini Sentinel.
The opponents are on soul point, but he got the raptors.
And Impact, I'm sure, was laughing.
Yeah.
After he was able to steal that
and we've talked about it, you know, sometimes you're just willing to die for Raptors. And if you're willing to die for Raptors, you're definitely willing to lose a game for Raptors, you know? Quad now, he may be dying for this too, as Hanbok gonna get knocked away there by Gatghost. Good peel there by Gatghost, keeping the Vi out of range, so he was not able to get in for the cease and desist onto Quad. And Masu and Cryjin gonna be able to push up and should knock down this tower. Second of the game is Griffin scrapping with Impact.
Oke, Sennya dek, yo iri aja dek, dak dek.
Okay, bot side as well. They're doing the
trailing
double solo laner tactic.
Itu emang sejago itu, Bang.
They were trying to see if they could find anything there. Can't quite do it. And Gatghost
Sentinel ini yakin aku.
Reset now back up to the other side of the map.
Merah for the win, red for the win.
They've got both of the teleports. And here we go. Look at the combo. Yeah, so Griffin doesn't have smite, so Q on Impact is really good for stealing jungle monsters already.
Dia nggak punya. Enak bener itu.
Yeah, Grayson's like,
berarti ya kebetulan si Griffin nggak punya ini ya. Apa tuh namanya tadi? Nama nggak punya spellnya belum ada.
Oh, that's a good job by Hanbok. Track the enemy smite.
Did they have a ward on their own raptors then and saw him use that?
They must have. I mean, he said he doesn't have smite,
another investigation.
Called it out. So well done there by Hanbok, tracking the enemy smite. And I think it could also have just been that it got low and he didn't smite.
Yeah, he's waiting around. Yeah,
Fly menanggut, kagak mana ada menanggut.
He doesn't have it. Now Hanbok gonna go back in. Nice buffer on the scatter. The Stand United is coming through. It's a flash over the wall onto Quad.
Wah, nice stun ya dari Nico.
Hanbok is low as Gatghost arrives. Griffin battling in the midst of everyone, but Cryjin has been pushed back. Hell has killed off Masu on the side, and Sentinels are winning out in the fight again. Griffin doesn't have the juice to get the job done, and Gatghost has no damage left. Sentinels are going to take down all of FlyQuest. It's going to be a delayed ace.
Ooh, I mean, that on top of the 3 dragons, Zale. Looks like Sentinel's gonna wrap this one up. Let's take a look at how it started. So,
jadi begitu caranya
in here, immediately jumped on, immediately stunned, but a beautiful ultimate from him. He actually immunes the stun during the ultimate. Then they get the follow-up, even with Quad flashing over. They can't come back from that one, and Rahel jumped onto Masu, the assassin in the back there. Able to get enemy AD carry as well.
I mean, that made such a big difference. Masu just gets caught in transition by Rahel, and that is not a 1v1 you can win once Rahel gets up onto that Jhin. So able to get that. Rahel is getting so fed at this point.
Kaisa sejauh itu ya range-nya BTW.
Or snipe with the W. You know, it wasn't like, oh, Jhin had opened up on the ultimate and was a stationary target. He was still walking.
Botnya tipe jauh jadi nggak ada
damage. And immediately takes it in.
Yeah, I mean, they got smacked in the 2v2 pretty hard, but Rahel is up 1.7k. And That is a pretty damn good position.
Only W is far, I see.
On the Shen. Shen has really fallen out of
ADC.
favor in the last quite a few years, but the early days of Impact, he was playing a ton of it. You know, was known for it. Even back in the T1 days before, you know, or excuse me, SKT1 days back in the day when they were still called that.
Sentinel,
My character is strong. We don't need more damage. I just need to apply slows and. The attack speed buff is going to get it done.
It's very good for Vi. It's very good for Kaisa, of course, with the on-hit build, especially here for Rahel. So definitely a worthwhile investment. And he didn't even need a Dusk and Dawn to be able to steal the dragon. So
nope,
it's all good. Titanic was enough. And it for sure was, you see a jungler walking around a low health dragon that's below 1400 already. You're like, that guy for sure doesn't have smite.
Why is that guy not smiting? As FlyQuest trying to get their way in here, this would be Soul, and they are just rushing it down. Hanbok and Rahel killing it quickly. Griffin going to be going in. In comes Gakkos into the backline. The dragon at 4K. Griffin looking to get in for it, but he's not going to be able to get it low yet, so they're just going to have to back off because Darkwings is crushing them on the side. Gakkos incredibly low. Griffin's going to go back in. Pops the Crescent Guard. Across multiple members. He's in trouble. Rahel is dominating those. He knocks down Cryogen. Griffin's still alive, but not for long. The killer instinct from Rahel goes into the backline. They're focusing down Quad. Quad is going to get knocked down. Rahel barely survives time and time again. FlyQuest cannot finish off these low health bars. Sentinels walk away from the fight with blinking HP, but only one death in the curtain call can find nothing.
Beautiful again from Sentinels. These team fights. You have Anivia on the side, creating so much space. They burn down the front line first. Force Gakkos to actually try and walk away. Anivia wall and ulti creating so much space. And Rahel is able to burn down the isolated targets there. Here, take a look at it. So walls them off, then towards the other ones, huge zone with the ultimate, even with the engage over the top. He knows he's safe because he still has the egg. So they walk up as Gakkos goes for the engage, and they can create this zone where Gakkos is walking out slowly, taking so much damage. Meanwhile, Impact over there with the Shen able to use the dodge zone, and then even during the re-engage, they're just able to immediately pop Cryogen afterwards. Support Nico goes down. They turn back to the dragon for a second while the only counter kill goes through due to the Syndra ult, and Rahel's like, all right, we got the dragon, I'm in. Ulti into the backline. You always love to see these killer instincts into the backline to finish off these kills. And escapes with his life with the Dragon Soul acquired.
And despite that great start from the Jhin, it's just looking in these fights like they just don't have the damage to actually knock down that front line. The Syndra and the Jhin really struggling to deal at all with the Shen. And I mean, I hate to kind of beat it at his horse, but I just don't understand Protobelt in a lot of these games. I just feel like it's not really getting that much. Yeah, you have the move, but
a
new
like redeem code for NA
player. You have in damage. He has no spell pen, and it feels like they can't go front line.
Code for
if you only have 4 shots on Jhin, and Shen can block some of them, and it is Omega already hard to get through that, and we saw how much work, you know, the Anivia is kind of just like burning down the opposing front.
It's redeem already, so
A lot
fast.
easier. So yeah, that plus it's a lot about burst with Jhin and with Nico, and Nico now is like, wow, you can have some moments where you can get an ultimate, but you're so squishy, you're probably just gonna die right after. And if you guys aren't gonna be able to burst the enemy, which you're certainly not going to with Chemtech Soul as well on top of it, and already was going to be a difficult task. Then seems like Sentinels have a very easy route to try and finish out this game. With Baron and the Dragon Soul, let's push all 3 lanes here. You've got a Shen ultimate ready. It doesn't matter that you know, they have the opportunity to try and go for like a Sion ult engage, you know, and try and go bursty on somebody, Sion ult and Nico or something like that, because your response time is very short.
7:15 bro, terbantai lagi bro. Fly.
And you're very durable. So
Adore. If Syndra can get Kaisa, maybe we never. Kaisanya sih ya. Kaisanya mantep banget sih. Gila, aku kalau pakai Kaisa mati mulu bro, soalnya.
Really playing well
from
the deficit. You know, they were down 2.5k around, I don't know, 13-15 minutes, something like that. And they are in full control.
Comeback bos, siapa yang ke comeback? Sen.
Is gonna end soon.
Enggak, ini udah fix. Ini udah tuh, gila, ekonomi aja sudah 7.100.
And very important dragon
Fly sekalinya kebantai banget, bos. Benar, bos. Ingat, Bo, edisi mati salahin support. I always remember. GG's advice.
The player of the game the most. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say Rahel because of the Kaisa getting a lot of kills. I think that would be valid. But there's a lot of other good options too. I mean, he had some very nice Rel engages. I think this time around I am leaning towards the Rahel crowd. Even though the previous one I went for Huhi, but definitely liked it. All right, here we go with the attempt for the side lane
code
play.
Here.
And this is one of those attempts where you're just like, but we gotta try something, guys.
Reading code or reading code.
I mean, you can say, you didn't get it, but
Yeah, I mean, even if Griffin caught up, are they really going to kill him? I mean, they're down, even your top laner is down 3 levels, and Hambak going to be pushing in here, but like
bro, mau gimana comeback kalau begini, bro?
It's just going to be a slow
kebantai ini mah.
This game definitely looking like it is going in that direction. May I offer up
I got
an impact consideration as well? Impact the early lane 1v1, but he stole the dragon. He made non-stop, Stand United plays down towards the bot side. I think he's played pretty darn well, and he's frontlining effectively. It's always nice to see Impact back in form. Timing that parry really well in the 5v5s on the 4-shot from Masu, and he's playing it out well. It's a lot of good options, I feel like, this game for Sentinels.
So it's a one-person code only.
Darkwing, good zone control, good Nivea play so far. Let's see how
they it's always the same skin, so people can use the code twice.
Only 30 seconds on the Elder Dragon. That might be the angle, because their defensive siege is okay. With the Nivea, you can always wave clear. But their offensive siege and hitting the towers is very slow for Sentinels, so it might be a Elder Dragon angle for them.
Yeah, it definitely could be. I mean, it's all about the hard engage, right? When you are playing with a Kaisa, it's so dangerous to walk up and just try to hit that thing. Remember, after the broadcast, head on over to the Cloud9 YouTube and Twitch channels for the scene. We're finding the gate. Pop Blossom coming through. Rahel is going to go in, but Rahel maybe went too far. He goes into the stasis. He could be in a lot of trouble. You're flashing out to safety for now, though. Impact getting low. The curtains are going to get called. Rahel is going to get knocked down. He has been finally killed off. Gakos flashes out. Cryogen is incredibly low. It will just be the trade of kills, but FlyQuest finally getting one back.
Rahel and Armguard, he really wanted to use it, make a super cool play, but he invests so much getting so deep in there, and has to flash out afterwards, doesn't get damage off, and that is the biggest advantage that they have. Regardless of that, though, regardless of it, they still have control of the dragon setup. They're still going to go for that Elder Dragon. Now, it is no smite FlyQuest on the approach. Griffin, 10 seconds on his death timer. He would also have to walk all the way from base. So, FlyQuest, they're trying to push him off anyway. They want to go for the fight and make sure that during the time where they have no jungler, at least Sentinels don't take the Elder Dragon, and Sentinels will respect the move.
Big for Rahel, though. He had enough gold for the Zonias. So he uses the Seekers, but now he has it up and ready to go once again here. FlyQuest will knock down a tower on the bot side, claim that bounty, and Gakos does pull the Elder. Hambak has base, and he has a GA now, so he's coming back out from base here. Quad completed the death cap, and he is going to be teleporting back in to join the team. Huhi, though, looking for a flank. He's not been spotted, and Huhi could be getting in the back line. Now Quad going to try to mark him. Hambak going to get involved on this.
Looking at Kaisa right now.
Over the wall. Looking for the Pop Blossom, but Rahel is just going to pop the Zonias. Masu's in trouble on the side as he gets flashed on there by Huhi and stunned up, and Masu is going to get knocked down by Hambak. FlyQuest have no damage. It's a double for Rahel. Masu is not going to be able to survive. Quan has to flash to safety, but it's a 1v5, and this should do it for Sentinels.
Great stuff from Sentinels. Nice approach there. This time around, Rahel knows, all right, just the Nico and the Scion on my side.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of damage there. I can definitely go for the full engage. Uses the upgraded Zonias, and Sentinels cleanly are going to end out this game.
Going to be able to march it down here and finish it off. Sentinels going to get their first series win of the split here. Move themselves to 1 and 2. People were favoring FlyQuest in this one. We'll see if FlyQuest can hold on. Their respawns all coming through here very shortly, but Rahel is just focusing down the towers. Masu is back up. Quad is still here. There's a lot of low health bars. The curtains are going to get called, and there's going to be the GA popped already. Darkwings is running for the hills. Cryogen trying to get back up. Hombok going to turn and fight and might just kill Cryogen. Can't quite do it. The Elder and the Baron are both alive, and the jungler is dead. They could try to rush out here and get more. Griffin is going to look and look at the devastation on the face of Golden Glue. He knows this is a problem. How much can FlyQuest get, though? And remember, their Nexus is very exposed.
I always like Elder because then Elder, you can like for sure go get the Baron afterwards. Wait, Rahel is gonna... Is Rahel by himself up there?
Is he soloing the Baron?
Oh, Shen on him, Shen on him. Okay, so they can take the Baron with the Shen shield up there to Rahel. So it's gonna be a trade. And you do, again, you're still gonna want the Elder for the combat power, but at least for Sentinel's sake, they're able to trade. Rahel goes up there, plenty of damage, and so Sentinels at least are gonna be able to salvage it there. I would still like to retract my previous statement of the clean part, though, for the end. For Sentinels.
I'll send you 5 redeem codes at the same time now.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
We can scrub
5 redeem codes.
But FlyQuest, hold on. I do think, you know, yes, the Elder is more powerful, but Sentinels can just delay with the Baron. You've got Anivia, you've got Baron. You don't need to fight. There's nothing else on the map for them to take, so it was really important that Sentinels did get the Baron from that spot. Of course, FlyQuest do survive and will be looking to hard force a fight. Let's see if they can find anything, because the fights are going to be heavily in their favor. And now with this additional power that they have, and they are going to be pushing it up, but yeah, this is all Sentinels really has to do. Just Baron empower these minions, clear out the waves, and just refuse to interact for the next minute and 30 seconds.
I hope you guys understand.
Yeah, and now you're starting to get a lot of the extra AP for Rahel too, so the Ws are going to be super annoying. Those things keep landing too, so he just gets more and more.
Starts with CC.
All right.
FlyQuest, though, maybe going to try to force here.
Oh, actually got one. Yay! Congrats,
Tombok is on the side. Sentinels intelligently just back it up, but Gakkos is going to try to just force it down. They know this might be their only chance to try to make something happen. Impact on the side is going to get jumped
with Elder buff. Wait, they got Elder?
To Shadow Dash back over the wall.
Wait. I was focusing on dropping the codes to you guys, but
very difficult to deal with, and the walls just
no way.
Spam, wave
Ain't
clear.
no
Look
way.
how much damage the tower has taken. Almost none. There, like put a tiny scratch on that thing.
Ain't no way.
Anivia wave clears already. You know,
no, please, Sentinel, no more blunder, no more blunder.
But also with a Baron buff, yeah, pretty hard to make any inroads into the Sentinel's territory there. So they are able to
Elder Dragon Sangaruh itu ya anjir daripada 4 dragon.
Again, it's another negative Baron power play because of it.
The third item Sunfire is seeming super random.
Wah anjoy.
Titanic, but
ketat sekali, Bung. Udah 9:20.
Masu does have his Infinity Edge, so now Jhin starts to actually become real. People make fun of Jhin early game, you know, mid game. Yeah, I do think the damage is quite low, but this champion does scale really, really effectively. He has a pot in his inventory, has the Infinity Edge. You do get to a point where your burst is real, so we'll see if FlyQuest can make anything happen.
Nggak bisa lihat live kamu. Kemarin saya lagi sekolah dan saya lagi di pesantren. Nggak apa-apa, Ardi.
And FlyQuest not sure if they want to go for
Belajar yang benar ya, Ardi.
Taunts the safety and will stay safe.
Belajar yang benar nanti biar bisa main game mulu kayak Kobo.
True.
Elder kalau HP-nya di bawah berapa? Iya sih, tapi kayak
it's really just two teams looking for fights, right? That has
been
Elder Dragon tuh
untuk
has been all about. You can see a lot
itu
of
turn point banget itu loh jadinya.
Elder Dragon itu ya. For a long time. Now he has the Banshees on top. The GA is almost back for Hombok as well, which is going to be a big one.
All right. Man, this is
kebalik, Bo. Aku yang kebalik, kocak.
Or expecting here previously. So now it's going to be about the setup. Can you actually make any sort of a pick here with your defensive vision already up? Sentinels so far doing a good job clearing it out methodically.
Have you guys redeemed the code?
The team here.
Anyone?
Jungle moved
Anyone
in.
got the code already?
To support the split push, so you can get your 4-1 split push, apply your pressure. Mid wave already has super minions.
Someone already got one.
So you have this extra line. they can try and walk down, and Shen ultimate is ready here for impact.
Udah pakai semua.
And
Good shit,
again,
I'll be
you
gone
don't
now.
want to make any big blunders because in 2 minutes,
I'm always too slow, so I give up. Don't give up, Relax.
Back on the map.
Do not give up.
It is nice if you see something present itself, but you don't want to check into too much darkness. And defensive vision here with a small map is actually, you know,
Don't
easy
give
for
up.
FlyQuest to just.
Andika jalur, dapat. Kamu punya server NA, kamu main server NA kah?
Objectives to get here, so Sentinels are like, you know what? All right, fine.
Iya, nih, item udah jadi semua, tinggal
Nobody's
team
gonna stick
fight.
their head out. We'll just take the conservative,
Kapan lagi nih
easy
Elder
extra
Dragonnya?
advantages of your jungle camps. Keep you pinned inside your base so that we know
Ini decider
any
match,
of the wards that you
yes.
previously had would have expired.
Anjrot, udah mau
and we
40
have
menit,
found
bro.
all of the
Ini
pink
ketat
ones
banget sih, ini
already.
ketat banget sih.
So the approach for you, FlyQuest, is going to be very dangerous.
Server saya emang bisa di redeem. Kata orang tadi server NA doang bisa di redeem Andika Jalu.
Chem Soul Rift, you do get the extra
Thank you,
plants, and
Kobo. I
those
won't
can
give up.
actually help a lot in some of these contests later.
Good. Do not
plentiful
give
Scryer's
up.
blooms,
Do
cover
not
a large
give
area.
up.
So maybe that will be the key for them to find the opening.
Look at this from Masu. He picks up the Seekers, which I actually think is a pretty intelligent buy. With 1,600 gold, what are you going to get that's better at this point in the game?
Like Immune of Vial or something.
Exactly.
Ini
Immune of
ketat
Vial
banget
that's
sih.
coming
Ini
in,
sekali
that is gonna be
blunder
really
itu
powerful. Maybe that buys time.
salah
for
satu
Hell
pasti
Killer
langsung
sinks in and you pop that for your team to try to turn around on her because a BT or whatever is not going to save you in that position. And he is going to be having
juga mau
the
redeem
vamp
satu
ready,
kalau
you know,
gitu.
probably from runes. Obviously, he has fleet forward, but also has the potion still in inventory. So I do think it's a pretty intelligent buy here, though it is not a common one. They're going to be able to land the Deadly Flourish over onto Huhi. All the teams know this is likely a one-fight game. Probably going to come down to this Elder.
Wah, ini nih Elder harus Sentinel, please!
And we'll see how FlyQuest can try to approach. This is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it certainly is. Walls off mid. Gecko's trying to run straight through those.
Yeah, it's still the Shen just pushing through bot, trying to put the pressure on. This Dragon is getting incredibly low, and Griffin is not able to get there. They're claim it. In comes the Stand United. Hambak is into the backline. Griffin is bursting down. He pops the crescent guard, trying to stay alive. Hui trying to get in there to finish him off.
Got the Elder.
From Darkwing. The first kill is going to go their way. The pop blossom is there. Rahel's in the backline.
It's an end. It's an end for them.
FlyQuest is falling. They got there too late, and it was far too little. Gakkos will try to buy some time, but they got a wave bot. It doesn't even matter. Sentinels finally will seal the deal with a teleport down the bot lane. They're going to take this series, knock down FlyQuest, and finally claim their first victory of the
You see my prediction,
with
chat?
a monster performance.
You see my prediction, chat?
Looking good in this one.
Congratulations to Sentinels.
Congratulations.
And they get the dub.
Whoa,
Went to the back of the pit to try and get a miracle
Chat now was your
steal
player,
on
though.
the Elder, but
Rahel,
Smite is
Impact.
good. And so are
Rahel
Sentinels.
and Impact.
Chances of success in the series. Congratulations. They did it. Analyst, who's your player of the game?
Saran button ada di mana, Bo? Nggak tahu kalau di Liga Legenda ada di mana. Never Saran in League before. I don't know where's the Saran button.
Because you ask, buddy. Not how that works.
Mau bilang di kanan setting, nggak tahu.
Yeah. They're just putting us on the spot.
Yeah, they're already gone.
I will tease, though, it might come down to fan votes. Because if it's a tie on our end, then that could be the tiebreaker there. But we're going to have some chats with the Sentinels players. And I got to say, I was right. 2-1 Sentinels. Let's go.
That actually is a cloud.
Yeah,
that was the first time
yeah,
we've been
no,
right
no,
about
no,
it.
We did not.
Udah mau turun, Bo?
You did not flip-flop.
I shall be a Kobo now.
Anything to say for yourself?
We're just sinking on the ship.
Yeah.
This is the Titanic.
I mean, honestly,
this
so
right
many of my
chair.
predictions thus far have been absolutely.
I am Kobo.
Pretty low percentage so far this year? Yeah. All right. Well, I think that we were right about one thing, though. All of us agreed it was going to be a close series.
Yeah.
We all thought it was going to be close.
ADC true damage.
We have two of the
Kaisa
members joining us
dibalas
for the
sama
post-game
Hiroshi
interview.
Kuma.
Got Hambak and welcome, guys.
Ini dia, bro.
Translator here.
Translator.
Multiple jobs in game, out of game.
With
The
his
first
translator.
question is kind of for both of you, but actually more for you, Jay, which is in the final fight, You guys had a really great Rel like Shen ult combo, and it was really well set up. So just talk me through your pre-fight setup around that.
I mean, last fight, you know, like we kind of had a mistake previous elder, so we kind of learned, you know, guys, like just let them come in more, and we just have to like hit the objective, let them like get in more, and then we can look.
They learning.
So I think we kind of adapted well, from the mistakes.
I thought they did it intentionally.
We are aware that we are doing even in scrims, and I think it's good to make those kind of mistakes even on stage and be able to win so that we can improve.
Oh yeah, I have a question for you, Hambak. My
kode apa itu guys? Oh dari di skin kode.
So far in North America.
Itu pincet apaan? Kalian kalau main league itu kode redeem untuk skin.
I just my life is so funny because I just play for enjoy the game or NA life too. So yeah, I'm fun.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I got another question for you. Skarner. What is it about Skarner that makes you so good at this champion and want to play him so much?
I think when I was SK last year, SK junglers good as Skarner, I think, like Lucid or any junglers too. So I learned the Skarner that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's learning.
I play Skarner now.
Yeah, I got a good question.
Who in the game? Sentinel,
bro.
bro.
Big ramp up in
Sentinel winning.
And then I feel like you guys are already back to ramping up again. Just how has it been?
Skin gacha tuh katanya sih skinnya satu kayak skinnya sama, jadi kayak nggak bisa double redeem gitu.
So how has it been so far this split acclimating?
Gue cara main MOBA, serunya jadi tank atau support apa ya? Ini gue cuma main jarak jauh sama fighter. Tahu bro, sesuai mood aja sih. Kalau aku tuh sukanya mage, jadi kayak tiap game tuh kamu pasti mage doang.
Me and Rahal are
like
kind of on the safe side, so we always like talk about each other like after the game. So
fighting.
I like to be tank and
so
what is it?
That's been pretty fun, but I think we have great personalities.
I'm allergic to those roles.
Even though like we have frustrations, we still talk it out. Like in the end, like I think great coaching staff, great system overall in general with Theos and Golden Glue as well.
Ada match lagi nggak besok?
Yeah, it's just.
The next match should be tomorrow.
We are aware of what problems we're having, and it's just totally up to us if we want to fix those things.
So Hambak.
Tapi di schedule ini terakhir kah?
At the beginning of the year, he said
tapi aku
part
ada.
of his job was to
help
you be aggressive. So how much is Jay
aku
helping
kayak
you
jarang
be
sih.
able to be aggressive in team fights?
Depend on the mood. Kalau nggak ada mood main edisi aku bener-bener nggak bisa banget sih. Oh iya terakhir di schedule ya.
Yeah, I wanna just eating second crab or dragon or herald. Only
Hambak.
Only that's it. I just play for normal, and then I wanna play team fight. 50-50 fight?
Yeah.
Then
how about next week's
I
schedule?
think we have advantage for them.
But I want to finish the game with Zeta.
Normal play, and then I carried it.
Pengen finish game yang kemarin itu.
There's some disagreement already.
Thank you for this. Got the skin, Valor.
50-50, and for me, I want to make it like more favored towards us, and I can kind of see both points, and that's why it's important to hear it out because
to work
there's so many ways to play League of Legends, and the most
Sentinel
important
is
thing at the end of the
winning.
day is to play
You
as
just
a
woke
team,
up when
as
the
a
game
unit.
is end.
True.
Yeah. Well, speaking of playing as a unit and as a team, that's how you got that win, but it's close on player of the game. It's actually a tie right now from the broadcast. It's a tie between Rahel and Huhi.
Thank you
So
for
I believe
the
that
stream and
means
the
we're going to take a look at the
skins.
fan
Yeah,
vote
you
before we
got
pull
the
that up.
skins,
Hambak,
Erika.
Who do you think carried harder that last game, Huhi or Rahel?
Wait, there's 5 codes right here on the pin chat. Did
last game?
Did they already redeem?
Third game, right?
Third game.
Also, you can just say, hell no, it's me.
You can say that. Yeah, I think Impact.
Impact!
Okay.
Oh, he's getting the fan vote too.
He is getting
They've
votes,
been
but
gone.
The tie is between only Rahel and Huhi.
All of them?
So only your votes for Rahel or Huhi are going to count.
So
we need to let Twitch chat know that. But yeah, it looks like he's pretty.
He's nailing this one down.
But
I got another 5. Do you guys want it?
Solid performance.
I mean, he loved the
Udah nggak bisa nggak kebagian aku habis.
I
Gone in 10
like
seconds.
I think
It's okay.
in draft,
I got more for you.
Shen or what?
Shen
or Mordekaiser.
Yeah, Shen or Mordekaiser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he chose Shen.
Yeah.
Then we focus on second crab. Then he ulti and killed the Xinjiao.
Yeah.
Then my mind is still
so
win.
happy.
Here's the 16 code.
Congratulations. For picking it up. I wanted to ask you, Hanbok, this question because in an interview a few weeks ago, you say how your playstyle is different from North American junglers' playstyle. That like they farm a lot, but you want to gank a lot.
Redeem.
3v3s. How do you, if you want to tell the fans, how do you view your playstyle? How do you want to play the game?
I want to scare for.
So is that the code for free skin?
Laner?
Yes.
Yeah, laners.
Too slow?
Yeah, I want to make him. They scared me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Dapat apa bo dapat skin cuman aku nggak tahu skin
like
apa.
that, but junglers thinking Hanbok is not
Anyone
good
got
jungler,
it?
I think.
Anyone got it?
They can thinking that, but I think laners. 라이너의 의견이 더 중요한 거.
So he doesn't really care about the jungler's opinion. He thinks that laners will think that he's really annoying, that he's really good.
Yeah.
Finding those angles.
That makes a lot of sense. When you were saying that, I was like, yeah. I think the moment anyone has to go, actually, even hearing some junglers, you always think it's like you're unpredictable.
The next code.
Like you can you could be anywhere. You could be like, losing, like missing a camp just to like go for a gank or something.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
And you're going to be up against Team Liquid next week, so I want to hear your thoughts about Jose Diodo, because he's been impressing a lot of us here on the broadcast. What do you think about Jose Diodo as your jungle opponent?
I think Jose Diodo is good at this meta, I think. Very, I think a lot of things similar me, play style, I think. So, yeah, I want to play him.
You're the better him, right? You're better than him?
I will better.
Yeah, a little better. Let's look at today's pods, though. I'm interested to see what the player of the games are looking like today. I already know who 2 of them are. Who he winning both of them from Sentinel side, Griffin taking one in the middle, and of course, Sven and Blobber for the Cloud9 series.
Anyone got the code? Why didn't?
So that's fun.
It didn't work.
Interested to see if that continues on. I want to see the end of day standings, though.
Yeah, end of day standings. Also, Hugi, no pressure, but winning 2 player of the games might be player of the week. You know, I don't want to set expectations too high, but I mean that's pretty impressive. But yeah, let's take a look at the standings overall for the LCS right now. Because Sentinels, you got your first win. Congratulations! You got a couple game wins. Now a 1 on the series score and 4 and 5 overall. Cloud9, meanwhile, in first place now, being 3-0 with a clean 2-0 win. We'll see if Team Liquid's able to overtake them tomorrow. Speaking of, let's take a look at tomorrow's schedule because we got games on Sunday. It's Lion versus Shopify Rebellion, Dig versus Team Liquid Alienware. I feel like Lion Shopify might be the closer one. Like a lot of teams have been kind of beating up on Dig. So what do you think about tomorrow's matchups? Are either of these going to be upsets?
I doubt it. Yeah. But I do think in LCS there's like we have strengths against each other, like team versus team.
Sure.
So I do think we're just stronger versus Shopify in general. So like that's why, in my opinion, when I'm playing versus those two, Lions feels much harder than Shopify. But who knows? Like they might be winning in scrims when they were playing against. So yeah, I definitely think they have better chance than the second
Besok mulai jam berapa anjir? Besok mulai jam 4 aku, Cok.
Just scrims. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, you two. That was awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sentinel.
We'll be raiding Cloud9 for their C9 Kia Championship Arena show match with players from Sentinels. These two will be casting it, so make sure to check that out. And we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. ET, 1 p.m. Pacific time for Lion versus Shopify Rebellion. That's it for the Saturday broadcast. We'll see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LCS. We're ready for another weekend of games here in this round robin stage.
I'm going 먼저. You guys keep it. It's too far. Yeah. Look window.
So what's he being in the pit with no flag, guys?
Yeah, just saying.
I don't know if we care.
I'm killing Jane.
Okay, nice ult. What is it? What's it?
I'm really low.
I'm CCing Jace here.
Okay.
Guys, look here. Azir Eden. Azir no
Yeah, look Jane.
Yeah. Azir no push. Nice.
C9, 2-0's disguise.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm fine. Let them come in.
I'm blocking. I'm fine.
Sion first.
Yeah.
Sion.
I'm looking Shinja first.
천천히.
Yeah.
뭉치자. 용 치면서 봐.
Stun down.
진짜.
No one says Siba.
아이가 니코.
야, 용.
나
Ini filmnya film matamu.
보자.
I got another code. You guys want another code or for tomorrow?
해봐. 그니까.
You can save it for tomorrow.
Sentinels finally will seal the deal with a teleport down to bot lane. They're
code
going
only
to take
one.
the series,
Only
knock
one
down
uses.
FlyQuest, and finally claim their first victory of the
Dong yang ngomong
split.
itu ya. Wow. GG guys. Kapan mulai, Bo? Udah tamat. Kalau nggak ada yang swearing itu artinya apa, Bo? Berarti temperamentalnya dia stabil dan bagus. Aku pun berharap aku bisa bermain game ini dengan temperamental yang stabil. Amin. Ada amin. Nah, saya di sini coba mengedit kamu yang punya Guardian, Bo. Bukan hanya kamu, tapi juga temanmu, Kak Bo. Keren, semangat kamu, Ardi. Semangat terus, Ardi. Bangun tidur, kau selalu semangat. Setelah itu, kamu juga selalu semangat. Amin. Ada amin. Thank you for stream now. Thank you for the watch party. Let's do it. Let's do it again tomorrow. Tadi aku sampai mana ini kah? It's not the 17th code. This is the 16th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17. Never mind, 16th. Wah. You guys want another code? Kata-kata hari ini apa? Selalu semangat. Tatakae, keep tatakae. Tinggal 4 kode dong. 3 dong. Here's another code. Beep-boo. Maybe it will be the last on this stream. Redeem. And I'm going to share more codes by tomorrow. Hehe. Thank you guys for watch partying with me today. Let's redirect this stream to Haikal. No chance anyways, it's okay. I still have more codes to share. There are 100 in total. Whee! Yeah, I have codes for days. Kira 16 code itu buat sampai akhir season tiap week bagian 2. Enggak, bro. Kayaknya udah yang ke-18 deh. Aku ada 100 kode untuk dibagikan. See tomorrow, yeah. Nanti malam stream jadi sabang lagi nggak? Nggak mau, aku mau ganti game aja. Maksudnya skip di Sigma. Nggak mau, udah bubar, tim bubar. Tim dibubarkan. No team toilet, no team. Yes, we play some league. That's a better idea, actually. Banyak benul, maka dari itu. Tim dibubarkan. You guys, the observer team has been dismissed. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your hard work. We're gonna playing riot games. Haha, gajiku. Haha. Kamu expect gaji dari awal, salah besar. Haha. Alright, Bokobokobo Kanaeru at your service. Nanti biar-san design your day. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Gaji, blah blah. Nya.